Welcome to the 10 o'clock news. I'm Mark Humes, Dungeon Master for Dungeons & Dragons, and today we're going to be playing some tabletop games. Joining me this week, Chris Trott.
Hello.
Katie Morrison.
Hello.
Tom Hazel.
Thanks, Mark.
And Kim Richards.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much. Top story! Tonight, there is going to be loads of stuff. Welcome, thanks for joining us on regular HighRollers. I am indeed wearing a blazer jacket, and no doubt loads of comments are going to be about, why is he wearing a jacket?
Because it's cold, Mark.
It's very cold in this room.
I don't drink tea or coffee. I have a mug of boiling water to keep my hands warm.
What an amazing mug, though. It will keep you warm all winter. Where can I get such a mug?
Jesus.
Why? Store.yogscast.com.
Don't encourage it.
Thanks, Tom. Back to you, Mark.
Fuck it out.
So, a couple of quick things before we start. Don't forget to follow at HighRollers DND on Twitter. There's going to probably be some announcements around merch as soon as we get news about that. So stop tweeting and asking us about when dice and stuff are going to come in. We will tweet when they are in. We will let you know.
We don't know anything right now.
That we are still waiting on them to be restocked. So they will come in soon, and then you can have that. Is there anything else? We just finished filming all of Dead Reckoning, which is our evil / non-heroic campaign that we've been doing for Dungeons and Dragons over on twitch.tv/DND every Wednesday. There is still 4, 5.
9, 10, 11,
We
12.
just did episode 9.
4.
We
And then
recorded
there's
10
10,
to
11,
12.
12 to come out.
No,
No,
we
no,
recorded.
10,
We've just done
12.
8. There's 4 more to come out.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's
Doesn't
4 more
matter because
episodes.
they're all available on the D&D YouTube channel and also on the D&D Twitch page in their VODs. So
There you
you
go.
can see
So you can
all
go
of
watch
them.
them all.
There is a character creation stream and then the rest are story episodes.
And it's really good.
Yes,
I
it was a
will
very
say-
dramatic ending.
Yes,
was
holy crap.
great.
Those 3 that we just did, it ramps up. It gets really good. So,
Real
When it's
fast.
just
Real
right.
fast. It's like a real lum-da-dum-da. So you should go and check those out if you haven't already. It's really, really good. Obviously, Jingle Jam is coming up as well, so don't forget to subscribe to the Yogscast and follow the Yogscast Twitch page, because there's going to be loads of Jingle Jam stuff coming very, very soon for December. There will be a HighRollers Christmas special. I will confirm the time once we have all the whole schedule properly locked down, but just to let you know, there will be a long 6-hour HighRollers Christmas special with loads of fun stuff going on in there.
6 hours.
And then a small, slightly selfish plug. If you would like to see me do some more tabletop gaming, this time with 3 lovely ladies, Nina, Kit, and her friend Martina, I am doing the My Little Pony role-playing game over on my channel, Tabletop Weekly. Oh, that's all right, you caught it. Even if you're not into ponies, a lot of people have been watching it and said that it's quite fun. It's very good if you've got younger brothers and sisters who want to get into role-playing games. It's a really good system for them. So please do go and check that out. I'm quite pleased with it. It was really cute and really fun, and I'm really happy with how
Mark
the video came
freaking
out.
loves My Little Pony, so he had a
It's all right.
great time.
It's okay.
Sure.
No, it was really fun. And if you'd ever want to see Nina roleplay, that is an opportunity for you to do so, because she's one of the players in it. And that's it. Recap for last week. The party are currently pursuing Felix Ferrahorn, Reynard's uncle, renowned adventurer, writer, and adventure explorer. And they have tracked him to the First Wood, an ancient forest, a huge ancient old forest down in the southern portion of the Dawn Republic, which is rumored to have been where the first elves first came from centuries and thousands of years ago when they first arrived on Iraq. And you're just using your magic powers to change the lights? Yeah. Very good.
This is tree-like.
Tree-like, yeah, sure. They went into this
Green
ancient
makes
forest.
us all look like we're dying, though.
Yeah, it does, unfortunately.
I am dying.
Well,
Yeah.
We all are.
we don't need that.
One day.
That's very deep of you, Kim.
We're all dying, and so are you.
Anyway. So the party went there. The area is being plagued by incredibly large beasts, dire beasts of abnormal size, causing huge problems all across the country. And the party went inside. They found an old elven structure, which appears to be a giant tree with iron-like ore veins running through it.
Oh, vein.
There was a lot of ore vein. There was a lot of confusion and there was a lot of last-minute improvised planning as the party had to make their way inside, avoiding 4 large direwolves. We won't talk in too much detail about certain actions, Chris Trott that caused problems. But the party eventually made their way inside, and as they did, in the main area, they encountered some Broken Sky forces, and we had to leave in combat. So that is where we return today, in the middle of a fight with a number of Broken Sky agents, one of whom they call a Stormlord.
Twat.
Oh, this is bad.
And
Yeah.
I believe we finished it at the end of a round.
Yeah, we
so
did.
it is
Yeah.
straight up to the top, which means the man of the hour, the hero none of us deserve, Reynard Farahorn.
Currently downed.
Matt Camp.
already on
oh, look at that. Becky
Nice.
is on it.
Oh, there is a
He's dead.
weird light on it.
He's
now,
not
but
dead. I brought him back up.
Unfortunately, yeah, this is a little bit.
He's got
What happened
like
to our
a whole.
I
power?
am downed, but I have health.
It does
No,
it to a
you've got
point.
yeah.
I know,
you've got health.
Timothy.
There's only so much we can do.
There's a limit.
Can we not just smear Vaseline on the lens? Like,
Yeah, sure. If nobody wants to see what's happening,
Works for George Lucas.
sure. Yeah,
Um,
to make hovering effects.
So, when I am down because I lose all my HP, am I then prone
Yes.
straight away?
Yes.
So
You're
I am
prone,
prone.
but
You are
you are
prone, but you
healed.
are alive.
Yes.
You are conscious. Conscious, I should say.
Well, I have been brought back. That's what I mean.
healed
Am
him.
I?
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
conscious, yeah.
I'm still prone. Okay.
Yes. So you need to
Um,
use half of your movement to get up.
So this dude,
Yes. Huge, stood in silver, kind of almost shimmering armor. He carries a huge glaive which crackles with lightning. Full helm, you cannot see any flesh. It is just like a huge walking statue of armor.
yeah. And these ones, you said that when we shot them, it was like they had storms.
It was the archers, the two archers up on the
archers.
mezzanine balcony.
Like autonomous.
You could see that, yeah, rather than being people inside, it seemed to be cloud and storm, almost like storm cloud is inside the armor.
Cool.
Like they are some kind of animated suit.
Yes.
Of
Storm
Armor.
energy.
Of armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
animated.
They are the
Armor.
Stormlight armor.
Right. I
Shard plate.
Shard plate.
want, and you're not in
Technically, it
elemental form,
requires
are
a
you?
human to
Or-
be inside you.
Does it? How much of Oathbringer have you? No, it's not. That's not that. I made that. If that turns out to be a thing, I'm going to feel really bad because that is an unintentional thing.
3. So I've got up and I've moved 15.
Okay, great. So you scramble up. You kind of clamber up on all fours and get yourself up.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go through past into the main room because that guy's right there defending.
Mm-hmm.
But I am simply going to bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
Ba 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 ba.
Then
Hunter's Mark.
I'm going to sharpshooter him.
Okay.
So -5 plus, so 5 plus 12, 17.
17 is not enough.
What?
This one, he raises the shield.
He's
The
got
bolt
really
flies off.
big armor.
He's covered in full plate armor.
And he's got that shield, which is probably a +2 AC.
There he is.
It's almost like he might have an AC of 20.
What?
What?
20?
Yes, full plate armor plus shield. You guys could have that if you were playing such characters.
I'm going to sharpshooter him again.
Can I like?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh,
do I get my?
of course you do.
Do I?
Of course you do.
Hot diggity.
So,
But I don't get my thunder because that was on the first shot.
yes.
Thunder.
Darn.
It's technically it's the first hit, so you
you
do.
do.
But you double roll crossbrow damage first. You double crossbow damage.
12.
12. Is that doubled already?
That's doubled already.
Okay.
Is it, yeah, 12 on a d8.
Shut
Is
up.
that double already?
So now you add your normal bonuses.
Thunder, 1. Hunter's Mark, 5.
Okay.
So that's
What's
did you
your
add
normal damage bonus?
6.
Then add the 10 for sharpshooter.
10.
34. So the first one bounces off, and you're kind of like, okay, you take careful aim, you're like, you get the second shot, you wait, and then you aim up, and then as he raises his shield, you duck down, and the bolt pierces through his shin plate, digging into his leg.
It also makes a very loud noise.
Boom.
Yes, you hear this thunderous roar. Technically, how much thunder damage did you do? 5 or 1?
1.
It would have been half the 1, so. He kind of, and he kind of drops to one knee, just like, and you can hear him grunt with pain. Is that you done?
Yes, that's my entire.
Okay, so at this point, the Stormlord kind of lifts his knee up, and you can see that he's limping really badly now that you've shot him in the arm, in the leg. He's going to step through.
No.
and he aims towards you and Cam.
Oh.
Is Gronka gonna get an attack of opportunity?
She will, yes.
And my little no, it's fine. I always
Technically,
ask.
your thing doesn't.
I know
no.
it doesn't.
Why did I just roll twice? It was 10 for Gronk, 17. She does not hit. It just against the armor as it strikes. He takes a few steps forward, and then you watch as he smashes the glaive head against his large shield, and the shield then begins to kind of reverberate with lightning and thunder.
Oh.
He slams that down onto the ground, and a cone of force erupts forward. I need you both to make Constitution saving throws, please.
My favourite.
12.
12.
21.
21. So you're going to take half damage from this, Reynard, and you are not knocked prone.
Nice.
Cam Buckland, you're going to take the full damage, and you are knocked prone. So that's 9, 11, 16. So half, so 8 for Reynard, 16 to Cam, and Cam is not prone.
That's the kind of noise I'd make.
Okay, perfect. And then you can see he kind of like stumbles a little bit and falls into a combat stance. Juto or Cam.
Judo!
Juto.
I kind of want like one of those big foam hands. So everyone would whack it.
Judo! Next merch item.
So you have you fought these kind of figures before, human, half-elf, or sort of like humanoid race agents of the Broken Sky. They wear sort of dark blue hoods and capes with leather armor, silver engravings.
Oh, so these are just standard.
Yeah, these four
What
are
we already
standard.
know.
Those 2 are suits of armor.
There's
and this guy's
another
in play.
Yeah, there is one of the more regular-looking humanoids is wearing breastplate and has like a
Yeah.
great, a sword and shield.
I
as
thought they
opposed
were
to the
all
others.
like new things. We've never
No.
seen Broken
The
Sky to have.
there are 4 normal-looking fellows.
Normal-looking fellows.
What would you two like to do?
Is it an action to drink a potion?
I believe it is, yes.
I think
We
it's
have
Is it not a
house ruled
bonus
it to be
action
a
for
bonus
yourself?
action to drink one yourself.
But feeding it to another is an action.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was meant to do on my turn.
You shot him instead.
Good for you.
What potion are you drinking? Or are you not drinking a potion?
Let me think about it. Let me do some other things first.
Okay.
Like...
I'll just put my dice to the side. Oh, I need to be using my sparkly My Little Pony D20.
I
seen
would
this
like
D8, Katie, it's like
to
gold.
attack
Nice.
the guy nearest to me.
Okay. What with? Guandao? The Guandao spins round.
That's cool.
Oh, it's...
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Leave it as it is.
I mean, it was mostly on that.
I will trust you as my players. If you feel it was not cocked, you don't need to re-roll it.
Yeah,
It
that
was
a natural
very
20.
visibly a 19.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, shit.
Okay, 19 plus
It wasn't a
9.
natural
No, 11.
11? Yeah, this chump, he kind of like lunges forward with his short sword. Ha ha! I have you now, teeth!
8
Yep.
regular and 4 radiant.
12.
Yes. So you strike him. That doesn't kill him. You kind of cut deep into his flesh. Ah!
18.
Hits. Yep.
10
Another 10.
plus 4.
Yep. Again, the second Guandao strike cuts down into his flesh, cuts off part of his arm, ripping through the armor. Ah!
Still alive.
Still alive.
Yeah, he's still
Still
alive. Yeah.
alive.
He looks very badly injured, however.
In which case, I will flurry.
Okay. So you're going to flurry, or you're just going to use 1 extra bonus unarmed? Because flurry is obviously key point. So.
Flurry.
Okay, key point.
14 plus 11
That's
is
gonna hit.
20
Yeah.
something.
Generally, if you roll above a 20, you're likely to hit unless it's really scary.
9.
9.
Okay, he is barely holding on to life. Guandao 1, Guandao 2, you punch him in the chest, you break ribs.
You got
And
9.
yeah, if you spent the key point, you get the second one.
That'll hit.
18.
Yeah, you kill him.
Nice.
He had 3 HP left. So you watch as Juto just unleashes this flurry of blows, this kind of spinning, swirling storm of red cloth and purple skin.
Nice.
Can I move so that he's sort of like meat shielding me a little?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Good from the archers.
Cam Buckland.
Is this big dude in front of me a dude?
He's
Is it
the
humanoid?
You see a big suit of armor that you can't see any flesh underneath. He has been speaking as a person.
I'm gonna try and polymorph this motherfucker. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, plus a 16.
Okay, he would fail. I'm going to spend his 1 legendary resistance.
I want to take those legendary resistances.
I have deleted it from my document, so he can't
gone.
use it anymore.
gone now.
So yeah, so you reach out with the magic, you kind of feel it begin to take shape, and he's just like, no! And throws off this kind of web of magic that you've been weaving
wanna
around
get
him. Do you want to stand up? Or are you just going to crawl around on the floor?
Sob on the floor.
Okay.
Rust his armor a little
Grunker's
bit.
go.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
You can move the spiritual weapon
And
into a
slice
second.
his butt cheek off.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Natural 1.
Is his butt cheek
I'm
plated?
fine. This is
Do you
okay.
want to stand up?
Yes.
He hides. Ken Buckland is technically cowering behind half of a broken wooden door.
I'm gonna get up and use
Yeah.
half my movement to go behind Reynard.
Okay, sure. Perfect line so that he can hit you both again. Excellent.
Where
Grunker.
my sword is.
Grunker is just like "Rah!" in a complete frenzy, charges
she's-
forward,
She's pretty mad.
reckless attack.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
That is going to be a hit on the first one, and a hit on the second one. So
Yeah, Grunker.
F.
plus 4
Smash, smash,
for
smash.
each one.
Halo, wasn't it?
8, 16, 20.
Saying it.
30 points of damage from Grunker as these 2 attacks
No,
come
that-
That was fun.
You watch as Grunker, as she runs in, one hammer with one flail, she kind of spins it around, and bam, the flail head crumples part of the armored full plate that he's wearing. You watch as blood begins pouring out from like in between the joints.
Good.
And then with the second one, she just hits the head so hard, it snaps and goes sideways.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Is he
Wait,
out?
that's the Stormlord.
Yeah, he was very injured. You guys had really messed him up beforehand.
I didn't remember fucking him up. I remember Dust just being
Crying.
fucking
Yeah,
crying.
he had dealt 71 points of damage.
Oh,
and
really?
Then Reynard
Well, what
just
happened
did.
to my
Oh yeah,
30
you
odd.
did. You did a bunch of
What happened
damage.
to my sword?
It's
still there.
underneath him.
Underneath his corpse.
Yep.
His heavy armored corpse.
Yep.
Just stab it through.
Cool.
Cool. Grunker is just like, "Ah!" like just screaming in this room. Who else wants some?
These two.
Does she have like 20 attacks or something?
No, that is it, unfortunately, for Grunks.
What about those Dudorinos?
Grunks.
The archers at the back.
Yeah,
they've not gone
they're
yet.
up- they're up the
But they
stairs.
are going now.
Has there anything
I
happened to
mean,
them?
are they disabled? Are they?
No.
Nope. And in fact, seeing Grunker take down their leader, they turn around and they pull 3 arrows each out of their quivers and line them up, and they begin firing them into
They
Grunker.
Legolas that shit.
So they have advantage against Grunker because she recklessly attacked. So 14, her AC is just enough to miss. She kind of dodges out the way of the first one.
All good rolls.
Wow.
Terrible rolls on my
Excellent.
behalf. So that one, let's see if it's a 20. No, so 1 hits on the first archer. D10. So that's going to be 7 points to Grunks.
Could be worse.
No.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. So 22. And now the other one makes 3 attacks against her as well.
Yeah.
That's going to hit. Let's just see how many of these hit.
Natural 20, that was.
Let's see if another one. Okay, so let's do the 2 regulars. So that's going to be another 10. That's going to be 11. And then the crit is,
Owie.
it's not too bad, that was a 2. So 4, 8, so that goes to... Okay, you watch as Grunker is temporarily a half-orc pincushion as these kind of smouldering, lightning coercing up and down the shafts arrows, 4 of them, thum, 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 and she kind of grunts loudly as you can see, like blood just beginning to pour down her green, sort of semi-unarmored body.
Does she look like super rough or is...
Like Grunker, she kind of like, you watch as these arrows, she kind of like, with one flail, she just smashes loads of the shafts off,
Nice.
and then turns around and is like, "You then, is it?" And then just looks like she wants to climb up there and start
old
beating
grunts.
the crap out of them.
Grunts.
Barbarians in
Good
a
old
rage.
grunts.
Good old
I like
grunts.
barbarians.
The regular human-looking commando is going to avoid Grunker because she looks insane, and is going to go after Elora.
Bring it, bitch.
Here.
Yeah, so he runs in. He's just like, come on with you! Leave the archers to deal with the barbarian! And he's like, ha ha! And he runs in. That's going to be a 24 to hit. So it's going to be 7 points of damage from his first longsword strike. And then the second attack is going to miss. So he runs in. Hyah! And that is all he's going to do. So then goes to Elora, your go.
Is this the guy that's wearing a breastplate?
He is indeed wearing
Yeah.
a breastplate.
Guess what's gonna happen?
That's going to suck for him real
Yep.
bad.
Heat metal by any chance?
Yes, please.
Okay.
At
So you just roll the damage.
4th level.
So just roll that damage.
Anybody
Burn his nips off!
barbecue?
I feel like every time you say heat metal, there should be like a guitar wail. Heat metal!
This metal's just too hot.
13, 40, 50, 16 damage.
16. You watch as the metal begins to glow hot. He's like, ah! He just starts hissing.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to. Can I throw a healing word at
Which one?
Reynard?
Which healing word?
I don't know. Out of mind
Please.
blank.
Live. Or medic.
Cool.
Yep. Well, you casting at what level?
Second.
Get your
Second.
pills. Pills here.
Pill.
Bill's here.
One,
Peel's here.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
I missed that game.
What? It's a good game. Do you ever play Vermintide? The Warhammer version.
No.
It's basically Left 4 Dead 2, but with Warhammer. It's really good. Okay.
9, sweet, thank you.
Okay. So, the remaining normal fellow is going to vanish in sort of like a puff of smoke, and then he appears next to the commander against Elora. He kind of misty steps his way through, and he's going to make 2 short sword attacks against you. So that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
So that's going to be 7 damage, and I constantly have to remind myself how concentration checks work.
Needs to roll to see.
It's a Constitution saving throw from Elora.
At the damage that was dealt.
It's the DC is the one that always throws me off. So it's DC equals 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher. So it's DC 10.
12.
12. You keep maintaining the spell, and then his second attack comes in. That's going to only be a 16 to hit.
Just.
Ooh. So that's going to be 8 points and another DC 10 concentration check, please.
I'm going to use luck.
There you
Pass.
go. Okay, so you maintain the heat metal spiel. One fighting Elora, fighting Juto. 2 short sword attacks. 20 to hit.
No.
9 points.
No.
Yep.
No.
I can make it higher if you'd like. An 18 to hit.
18.
Just.
That's going to be another 7. So 16 in
16.
total. Yeah, for the whole thing.
Damn.
I forgot that other one
Hot
died
diggity.
beforehand. And then that is the end, so it goes back at the top with Reynard Farrell.
So many peoples.
Right.
I'm looking real rough, guys.
How are you? How bad?
Super
Oh,
bad.
you can tell.
The shield that the big guy used.
It's very large. It's maybe like 5 foot tall.
Could
That's just totally
did I
great.
see? Other than him hitting the thing with his massive whatever, could I see how he activated it, or was it like? was
So
that
you
just
can
a
run up
threat
and make an
thing?
investigation check if you like, yeah?
Would that be my entire action?
That would be an action to do that, yes.
Cool. Okay, I want to run up, grab the stones, have an investigation check on the shield.
Sure.
No.
I hate that side of your dice. It's so hard to read.
That's 9.
9. The shield is incredibly heavy. The first thing you realise is this guy must have been incredibly strong. The shield itself doesn't appear to have any mechanisms on it on the back. It just simply has a grip and something to hold on to. You do notice that it is made of a weird substance. There is faint arcane runes inscribed into it.
Oh.
That's about it.
I just,
Would you like to do anything else? Bonus action? Your hunter's mark. You could move to another target.
oh yeah, because he
you killed-
died.
Yeah, he died. So.
I want to shift it back onto this duderino.
Okay. Yep.
The heat metal
The
dude.
heat
Shift it
metal
onto-
duderino.
Well,
Yeah, the regular Duderino.
Okay.
He hasn't taken anything so far, I don't think.
Okay. And then...
And I'd like to try to Axel out from underneath the dude into that guy.
You can Axel.
Sweet. Sorry, pal. And I move it over there and attack with it.
So Axel, you're like, Axel, go! And it...
Flies right past me and into the guy.
Yep.
And it does not a lot of damage.
Well, you need to hit first.
It does. Some 14.
14 is not enough. He just manages to go, oh! Whoosh, as this scimitar flies past his head.
Dang.
Okay.
Okay, that's done.
The Stormlord is dead. So,
cross
Cam,
that bitch
Cam or
off.
Juto?
While the Axel is... I'm going to follow it up with an Axel spiritual weapon.
So you're like, go!
Do the same thing!
That's your bonus.
That's my bonus action. It's a 2.
Like, he like dodges one, you're like, well, he'll go back to where he was before, and you send it along the same path, and he just doesn't move in the direction.
That guy attacking me,
Yes.
was it slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning?
It would have been piercing,
I'm resistant.
so you only take 8. So give yourself 8 more hit points.
Nice,
Too
nice,
late.
nice.
To apologize.
I'm going to follow up with a fucking throw Nimbus out of annoyance.
You would get sneak attack because Elora's within 5 feet if you hit.
16 plus 9.
That's going to hit.
Oh, goody.
And then you get your divine strike as well.
Divine Smite.
What do you need?
Divine Strike, yeah.
So, and then D4 for the dagger. You actually roll quite a few dice.
I do,
for your
3
attacks.
now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
With
not
a sneak
crazy
attack.
good damage. Jesus, would you please
Oh
use
my
another one of my
God.
dice? Please use this dice instead.
Why do you only have one dice set with you?
Because it's the best one. HighRollers dice set
It's not
available.
doing
Sword at
well for you
Yogscast.com.
today.
They'll be back in stock soon.
Back to you, Mark.
Thanks, Kim. It's not looking good for our adventuring party.
14 total.
14 damage.
Yourself, mate.
4. Well,
Yep.
and that
Wow.
was poison damage.
It does, yeah, it does full damage. So the Nimbus flies into his back. He kind of arcs his back. It's like,
I got him eventually! Good.
Juto, unless you would like to move.
No.
Okay.
The limit break on Earth Stance. It says I regain 10 hit. I gain 10 hit points. Does that mean it heals me or it adds to my
And
max?
it's basically, think of temp hit points as a separate number of hit points, but any damage you would take from that point on, you deduct from the temporary hit points first.
You mean just like
Okay,
aid,
so-
the thing that we've apparently been using wrong this entire time?
What?
Yeah, apparently aid's been.
Oh, meh.
So it's like a shield.
It's like an overshield. Like Overwatch, you get like overshield, and it takes off that first.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
But once it's gone, it's gone.
And I'm back to my squishy.
Yes. The other thing I do need to make clear, which I haven't done in the right version of the thing, is if you take a short or long rest, those temporary hit points go away. So you can't stack. You can't just be like, I'm going to take a short rest. Oh, I've got 30 extra temporary hit points on top. You can't.
Been gone
do
for
that.
3 years.
Yeah,
I now
exactly.
have 4,000 HP.
Yeah, so just for rules clarification. But yeah, you could end that stance and then you would gain that on
Hibernate
top.
for the winter.
Before I end the stance, I'm gonna
Or you can do your regular attacks.
hit this man.
Okay. So you get your normal attack and extra attack.
14 plus 11.
That's going to hit.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Damage, yep.
Plus 3 radiant.
Okay.
16.
Just, yes.
What is your 4?
Plus 11. Big one down.
4.
That's
11
6,000 gold
plus
going
4
down, yo.
radiant.
15.
Come into effect.
How does he look?
Not well.
He's been better.
He's been much better.
But it's a bonus.
It's a bonus action to do stance ender.
I got a
Temporaries.
cold schnoz.
Is that still warm?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm
Warm
gonna
enough.
flurry.
I'll have to get you another one in the break. Okay.
You can grab one of these lights.
Are you going to spend the key point, or are you just going to do the single extra?
Flurry.
So you are going to spend the key point. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty warm.
17 plus 9.
Hits.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That kills him.
Nice.
You still spend the key point
nice.
And then can I hide behind this cover?
though. Yeah, you can jump basically behind the sofa that they were using. It's like
Get real low. I want to
Yeah,
get
you
real.
just literally.
like,
What, do you
I'm
want to go
just
prone?
like,
That would be the best way to get completely covered.
Yes.
Otherwise, you've got half cover.
Yes.
So,
sure,
okay,
yeah,
so
right.
Juto leaps behind a chair like a chaise longue that's been upended, and then just
Starts
falls down.
talking about it.
Meerkat.
Like, just glides flat to get out of the way, basically. Okay,
I
so
want to
he's
get
dead.
shot. And...
Grunker goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
fountain.
35, and then tries to climb up the wooden posts leading to the mezzanine.
Wow.
She doesn't make a lot of effort, but she's like literally like using the flails, like trying to like make handholds, and she's like ah! She's trying to just climb up it to get to them.
Grunko, there's stairs. There's stairs.
Did you lose a rage?
Huh? No.
She took damage.
Oh,
she took damage.
She took damage in the last turn. Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
doesn't lose it if she
She took
has
damage in the last turn, yeah.
She took damage.
But she hasn't taken
Oh, the
damage
bit
in
just
this
fell
one
off.
or attacked,
That
so...
should
There
be
it
your next
goes.
character. It should be a barbarian who talks like him.
New Zealand accent.
New Zealand barbarian. Hey man,
No, I
I'm
wanna
just
be
going
a
to have a bit of a
barbarian.
rage. Well, maybe you can do him. I'm just going to have a bit of a rage
I'm
now.
just going to stab him in the dick.
Technically, she should be out of rage now, though, because...
No, because
So-
she took damage. If you take damage,
In your
you
previous
stay
turn,
in range.
yeah.
Okay.
And she did take a lot of damage.
I mean, it's not like I've ever played as barbarian, mate.
Let me check. Let's check.
It's if you attack or if you take damage. Because I seem to remember Grog doing damage to himself to stay in range.
knocked unconscious.
Yeah, 'cause I did that.
You have, yeah,
Yeah,
you've done
yeah.
that too.
Or taken damage since then. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then.
Or
Hang
taken damage. Yep. So she's fine.
on. It ends early.
She's
Well,
cool.
she's ended her turn without.
That's the thing. She's ending her turn
Yeah.
now.
So it's gone.
So it is her
Yeah.
rage.
Oh, really?
Her rage calms
Ah.
down. Yeah,
Unless she stabs herself.
yeah. She would have to hurt herself in this round, which she doesn't do.
Right. Or get hurt.
Yeah,
She just pinched herself.
but it's before the end of her turn.
But the archers haven't gone.
That's true.
Oh,
But
hey,
it's the
man.
end of her turn now.
I'm like really angry right now.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
raging.
her rage does go. Her rage
I'm
goes.
quite peeved.
I'm pretty
And
good.
she's just like,
Hope you're ready to meet
oh,
her.
the stairs over there.
Ow.
blind rage.
Unfortunately, it is the archers' go. They cannot do their multi-shot anymore. So
Good.
they
Can
will
they
just
reach
do,
her though if she's like.
They literally lean over the mezzanine and they're like, shooting
Does she
down.
get any cover from that?
No, because they're literally leaning down. They've got the high ground. They have the high ground, Anakin. 16 hits.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, he's Garbo.
Her AC
Yeah,
is
she's-
16.
She doesn't have
that's,
much armor.
That's standard for a
That's
lot
pretty
of.
standard. I've got AC.
Yeah.
Same AC.
where's
You have an AC of 15. You have less.
Yeah, I know, but I'm an archer.
It's over, Grunker.
I have the high ground. The second one
I forgot
misses,
my AC
however.
was so bad. What the hell?
The second one misses. She takes another arrow and is like, ah! Ah! She can see her getting mad again.
Just realised on our sheets we got AC and DC. AC, DC.
ACDC.
Too soon, man.
Episode 64.
The commander takes damage from your heat metal.
Oh, hey, man.
15,
Hope you're ready to bed.
7, 8, 9, 20, 22,
good rolls.
23 damage.
That's some high level heat.
Burn! Burn, baby, burn.
Nearly. Oh my god, he's in so much pain.
Well, I'm going to have to put a thermometer in your mouth.
Okay, on his go, he's like he looks at you, and he's just like he holds up the pattern, the glowing sort of tattoo pattern on his hand. He's like, I suggest you stop that smell and heal me immediately.
That smell.
Wisdom saving throw. Spell.
Smell.
He said spell.
I suppose it smells a bit.
It's not that
You
smell.
do have advantage because this is a charm effect,
Chin.
and you're an
20,
IV.
22
Not that,
without
not
that.
that you need it. So you just resist.
Yeah, even higher with advantage.
Yeah, but that was his one thing of
No,
making
I
this-
don't think I want to.
He just gets mad. And it's your go.
So he looks super.
Oh yeah.
God.
Like you can see like his skin is blistering and boiling and his eyes are bloodshot with pain.
Ooh.
You're not Tolshank now. Okay? Burning flesh, not good smell.
I don't think he would have liked it.
No.
If it was near him.
Look, don't give away any spoilers, you two.
I'm not. What a great series.
What a
What a great ending.
fantastic ending
Genuinely,
to an already
I-
great series.
I was thinking about it all night when I went home. I was like, damn.
So he looks super
Yes, he
hurt.
does.
If he's super hurt, I don't know. I'm.
Kill him!
Roast him.
Just headbutt him.
I don't have anything that I can hit him with. That's the
You
problem.
better back off.
Bow,
I'm right in front of him.
stick. Push him
If
over.
I smash him with my staff, now that I'm super strong,
You'd
What
use
was
your
that?
strength modifier, your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier for the attack roll, and then it would be a d8 plus your strength mod damage.
It's a date.
Trot.
Sorry.
Okay, good.
I'm going to use luck.
Second, is that the last one?
I actually don't know what I'm doing half the time.
15.
Not enough, unfortunately. Despite him
everything.
being like thing, he raises up his shield. The incredible force like nearly drives him to the ground, but it prevents it from doing too much physical damage to him.
I do nothing.
The
Darn.
last remaining
No.
normal guy is going to try and stab you up twice.
Sweet.
That's 21. So that's going to be 6 damage and a concentration saving roll. DC 10, you pass. That's 20 to hit you. That's going to be 4 more damage and a final concentration.
Above 10.
Wow, yeah. GG. Back up to Raynard Fairhorn.
Nice. The shield,
Always
the
a
runes
full
on
day.
there.
He'll burn next time.
What language?
It's fine.
Arcane language. They don't appear to be written
Actually,
like
like
written
runes.
language. They are runes.
Damn it. Okay, I'm going to give up on that entire thing. I mean, which of these two archers have been shot before?
None of them, I don't think.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, both of them have been shot before. This one is more heavily damaged. You can see a few of your bolts sticking out of it.
Oh yeah, you can
This
shoot super
mezzanine,
mega
is there
far.
underneath? Or is it a balcony that overhangs?
Ever so slightly, yeah.
Is it made of stone?
No, wood. Everything in here seems to be made of wood, but some of it has that weird iron-like ore running through it.
Yeah, or vein.
Oh, so it's...
Or vein!
I want
Okay.
to. How about you?
What, me? I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Cool. I'd like to.
We haven't got all day, Tom Hazel. Come on.
Come on, Tom. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to duck down behind Armadillo, which I feel like provides enough cover.
Yeah, I'll
and
give you
just
some cover from that.
fire at him.
Yep.
That guy. And this will be with. Sorry, can I fire at the other one? It doesn't change anything other than
Okay.
the damage. I just want to fire at the other one
Sure.
first. So
Okay.
that's a lot. That's 20, 31.
Yeah, that hits. You don't have Hunter's Mark on this guy.
No, I know.
So-
1d8 and thunder.
They half the thunder damage. In fact, no. Ignore the thunder damage, please.
Yeah.
So lightning.
Only normal.
Lightning and thunder.
Stupid. Okay. That's not stupid. It makes perfect sense.
They are made of storm
9
clouds.
damage on that guy.
9.
And on the. Can I shoot at another guy?
Yes, you have 2 attacks.
We could just shoot him again.
I'm taking it you're not sharpshootering because you didn't state you were.
No, 19, and then.
Yeah, that hits.
Absurd.
I rolled a 4. 21.
And then another 12 damage to that guy.
The same one or the other guy?
Different guy.
The different guy. How much? 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Again, and you can see they begin to leak this kind of cloud-like form.
Would it be a bonus action to duck down behind this guy?
I'd say a bonus action.
would that
Yeah.
be movement?
No, I'd say bonus action. You can just like literally, give yourself 3/4 cover.
I'm
They can just see your head sort of like sticking out.
Would it automatically count as half cover if I just don't do that?
I'd give you some cover.
Okay, in that
Maybe
case,
not full half.
I want
but...
to axle this guy,
Okay.
and that's 24.
Yes. Hits.
Yes.
And Axel doesn't get Hunter's Mark, does it?
No.
6 damage.
6 points. Yep.
No,
Axel
wait,
cuts
that
into
was
it.
wrong, sorry. 10 damage. I rolled the wrong dice.
Yeah, that seems to cut into him. You can see like he cries out in pain. He's like, Commander, we should flee. He's just calling out.
Wait, the suit of armor said that.
No,
Oh, wait, were you
the
shooting
regular
this guy?
guy,
Yeah,
the little
okay,
poor normal
yeah.
man.
Commander, we should flee.
Cam or Juto?
I got this.
I got this.
I'm going to hide in the corner. 5, 10, 15. This is open, right?
Yep.
20, 25, 30. I'm going to healing word Juto for level 3.
Yes, burn all of your spell slots now.
Hardly any
Yes.
left, have you?
We've had 2 big fights, so.
Yeah.
8 plus
I
whiz.
wouldn't call
12
a giant boar a big fight.
HP.
It's your bonus.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
but
going
you
to
burnt
flick
with yourself.
spiritual weapon.
I know, it was fun to hell.
Your
Wrong
bonus.
way.
You've already used your bonus action.
You used
For
a
healing
spell
word.
slot to
In
die.
fact, then, I will action Bane. Shit, no, I won't.
Nope.
I will Nimbus. Oh, this door's open this way, isn't it? So, okay.
No,
no,
it
opens
opens
inwards.
backwards.
Inwards, so I can see him.
You can. You will be
Yeah.
at disadvantage because of the range, I believe. Because it's 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20. 20 feet is the short range for a dagger. So disadvantage.
Including a flying dagger?
Yep.
Damn.
No. I rolled it.
You try and arc it. It just doesn't reach far enough. Juto.
I was going to do something really cool that I reminded myself last session.
Oh yeah, you
meant to
said
drink my
remind
potion.
me.
Casting time's 10 minutes, so.
Healed you a
Remind
little bit.
me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to
Probably
remind you
prone
of
as much
anything.
Prone.
Half movement to stand up.
Okay. I stood up.
What is your movement?
50, but it's down to, because I'm in an earth stance,
Oh yeah, you don't get your boost. Your
it's
boost.
down to
30. It goes to 30.
30.
So 15 feet to move. So you've got 15 feet of normal movement left.
I would like to
Yes.
sort of wedge myself in that corner there.
This one?
Yeah.
Here?
Is that water?
Yeah, it's like a little fountain.
No. Just like between the sofa and
Yep.
the thing.
No.
And I'm gonna. So that's my
It's your move.
action, and then the action.
You've not spent your bonus action yet.
But I haven't done an action either, have I?
No, you've got action and bonus action left.
Yeah, you just moved.
Can I?
apologize. It's tense. What will she do?
All day.
Find out next week on HighRoll now. I'm joking.
I'm gonna end Earth Stance.
You're going to end Earth Stance. Okay, bonus action. Are you going to spend any key points to boost its effect?
So that'll give me 15. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. 15 will take me up to 15. I'll take 1, so 20.
You're going to spend key points so you get 20
20.
temporary HP.
And then action, I think. Can I just. No, it's a reaction, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just deflect myself as an action. Reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction. You could take dodge. That's a normal action.
Oh yeah.
So any attacks against you have disadvantage.
Is that the same
Or
thing?
you could dash. You could move 50 feet now.
I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, you're just gonna stay there. Okay, great.
I'm just gonna like crouch down.
Grunker, no longer in a rage, sees that she's been a bit of an idiot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and starts running up the stairs.
Okay.
Just like charging forward,
Turns around like,
arrows sticking out of her back, basically. A little help, please. She calls out.
Bit busy.
Archers.
Do.
Shoot in Grunker.
Oh dear.
There is no longer reckless, so they don't have advantage. One is going to hit. Let's see if the second one hits. Second one is also going to hit. She's going to take this.
Jesus Christ,
You rolled
that's a
2
lot of
10s.
damage.
I rolled 2 10s on 2d8. You watch as like these two like really powerful like these are big armored men. Like they look like they probably if they were humans they'd be like 6'7", and they've got these enormous bows that just crackle with lightning when she pulls them back. And you just watch as Grunker almost gets thrown down the stairs as two of them hit her at the same time. Just
It's a barometer. Shit.
She's still going.
she's still barely going. I mean, she is a barbarian. She's like a 10th level barbarian, so she has ish. She has a lot of hit points.
Noob.
So that was the archers go.
2d10.
The commander is going to take damage. He's gonna die.
Roasted.
Yeah, that's an 8.
I'll let you roll the
17 damage.
He's dead.
Yay!
He cooks alive inside his armor like a lobster.
Hey man, I just
Oh, hey, man.
burnt alive.
I just burnt alive, man.
Really hurt
So
me.
he is dead.
What's the name of his little
Elora?
crab friend?
Huh?
What's the name of his little crab friend in Thor?
Oh, Meek.
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 Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
no, Meek's dead. I stepped on him in the big battle.
No spoilers.
It's fine.
No.
What are you doing? Peace off, ghost.
Reynard, have you got
Oh,
this
yes.
here? Can you take care of this?
Which one?
The guy that's here?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm more worried about the archers, though.
Yep.
Could you?
Yep.
I'm not.
Don't worry.
Speed's still not going to be great. I'm going to transform into an air elemental.
Okay.
Actually, wait.
Oh,
What kind of damage does that do?
Probably
Can
thunder.
cast aid at the
What
beginning,
type
didn't you?
of damage does that do?
Your
I think it's
temporary hit
still
points will
bludgeoning.
overlap that. Oh, because they're not temporary hit points. I keep forgetting that they're not temporary hit points.
An air elemental's bludgeoning damage, isn't it? It's still
I
bludgeoning.
guess so. I don't know.
Can I just double check that before I do it? Because
Yes.
obviously that will affect my choice.
Yes.
Would most of an air elemental's abilities be thundery?
It's
Depends.
resistant to it.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of battering you with like physical air, so
Yes, I think it's bludgeoning.
I'd like to do 20 gust damage, please.
Oh yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Air elemental,
Plus 6
bludgeoning
poison
damage.
damage.
Yep.
Yep, cool. I'm going to do that then.
Poison.
And
sounds
I'm
bad.
going to.
Do you want to use this big ugly ogre?
I've actually gotten. I think I've gotten air elemental.
I get it. Poops.
Oh, it's windy.
So I'm going to go.
It looks so cute.
Like a whippy.
Mr. Whitney.
Like a nene.
I can go all the way.
You don't even need to, because you can fly.
I took that.
Can
You
I?
can literally
Well,
just fly up on the
regardless,
mezzanine.
I,
Yeah.
I can end up. So I
You can end up between
here.
them, yeah, absolutely. You just watch as this swirling form of air up onto the mezzanine.
There she goes.
The Broken Sky agent
Yeah, that's
will not take an attack of
He won't?
opportunity. No.
Oh, okay.
He looks terrified.
Good.
He will
Good.
take his attack of opportunity to piss himself.
Yeah, basically.
I would like to use my multi attack.
Multi-attack. On each thing?
Yeah, probably won't hit though. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13.
No. These things are actually a lot
17,
quicker than
18,
you expect them to be.
21,
That will hit.
25.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one? Just so I know.
15 damage,
That's one.
bludgeoning damage to that guy.
Oh, that nearly ripped most of the armor off. You can see that like huge chunks of it have been blown away, and this kind of cloud humanoid shape is now just kind of dissipating into the air, but it is still standing barely.
Cool.
So that was
That
Alora's
is
go.
me.
That last remaining agent begins running towards the main doors. So he will move off the map, but he basically starts running out.
Does he run more than
30
400
feet.
feet away?
He will run 60 feet.
Not far enough.
Reynard.
Reynard!
Not far enough, chum.
Cut him, cut him, cut him.
I would like to shoot him a couple times.
Okay.
With my bow.
Well, first attack.
He's got the hunter's mark.
Yeah, he
hasn't
has the hunter's mark.
22.
That's
He's so happy.
23.
That's a hit,
please.
yes.
A D8, a D6, and another D6. Boom!
Oof.
3, 1, and 3. That's garbage.
7.
7.
Now, for all of that,
13 damage.
But you get 2 shots, Reynard.
you watch as this thunderbolt hits him. The force of the thunder nearly throws him to the ground, and he's now like at a crawl. He's like crawling out of the door. He's like,
Don't worry, the wolves will get him outside anyway.
How slow is he moving?
pretty bad. He's really, really hurt.
And how far away from like the actual main exit is he?
He moves
a
60
big old
feet, so
exit.
he's like near the doors, basically.
Yeah.
He's like nearly outside. He's like crying. He's crawling up because you shut the doors. He's got his hands on the door frame and he's like desperately pulling to get them open.
Resist.
You don't want the doors open.
Yeah, he's
We
got
don't want the doors open.
Is he going to be able to get the doors open? Maybe?
Well, we don't know, but
Right.
there's wolves out
Kill
there.
him!
Everyone in here, have you got the archers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
well.
I'm not shooting.
Archers.
Bonus action, I want to fleet of foot 60 feet.
Get on top of
Basically
him.
grab him and pull him back.
He's
I'm leaving him alive.
on 1 hit point, so
1.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
that's
Right
why I'm
down.
basically writing him off.
Okay.
He's not going to try and resist. Okay, so that's Reynard's go. Juto Cam.
Okay. Shall I go?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Juto.
10, 15, 14.
If you're a new viewer to HighRollers, that will make no sense.
Gonna cast Bane on him. Just gonna minus.
What does that do?
It does bad stuff to him.
Do I make a salve?
Nope.
It means he starts talking like he's in a mask.
Charisma saving throw.
Luckily, he's not very good at charisma, and I rolled a 3.
You fail, and that means you have to roll a d4 and subtract that number from attack rolls or saving throws.
You have to remind me to do that.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, I'm gonna forget. Okay.
Bonus action.
Bonus action.
Spiritual weapon.
Moves 25 feet.
10, 15, 20, 25.
There you go.
I'm going to wave at it.
Juto.
Can I climb up the side there?
You can run up vertical surfaces.
Can I
right?
run up the side there
Yep.
and run at the guy nearest to me?
Yep. So you go 5. So it'd be 20 feet up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, I love being a monk. I would like to.
So if you Juto just like vroom, vroom, like Wile E. Coyote or like
Is that actually car noises?
And come smashing into the other side of one of these armored cloud forms.
How does he look?
It's difficult to tell. They are leaking this kind of weird storm cloud energy. They don't seem to register pain in the same way.
27.
That's going to hit. Yep, hits.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Regular damage. 6 radiant damage.
Quando.
So close on that crit.
Quando.
The 25 to hit.
Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10.
It's been on there too long.
11,
Yeah.
12. 12 plus 3 radiant.
Okay. So you watch as the Guandao begins smashing apart part of this armor, causing that light to dissipate faster. It's still standing.
Yeah.
How damage? Is he leaking faster?
I mean, yeah, they've got like armor plates littered across the floor. The light is crackling, and you can hear it. The kind of acrid smell of lightning.
I'm just going to kick him.
Okay, just one single unarmed strike.
16 plus 9.
Hits.
7.
7 points. Not enough, unfortunately. You kind of strike
Are you
in.
minusing a d4?
I haven't rolled anything yet.
Cool.
Grunker. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. She's not close. She'd actually throw one of her flails at being that close. Cool. She's like, which will hit.
Yeah.
Grunker!
Oh no, sorry, it's D8. That's 10 damage, which I believe is enough to destroy that one.
Oh wow. Cool.
Check. Where did I put his HP? No, it isn't actually. The flail hits it and then scatters to the floor and is like stumbles around, but not quite enough. On the archers go, you can see that their form's like this leaking light. They basically just don't seem to care about their own well-being, and they just begin firing. In fact, actually no, because you guys are next to them, they'd have disadvantage. Instead, they drop their bows and out in their armor, like in the kind of like wrist guards of their armor, they kind of just drop these canisters from inside the armor, which crackles with lightning energy. Juto, Elora, and Grunker all need to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm resistant to lightning and
so you'll
thunder.
take half damage.
I rolled a natural 1.
So did Grunker.
Right.
Wow.
16.
Wow.
16, you have evasion, you take no damage.
Woo!
Grunker and Elora will take
4.
D4. 21.
So I take half of that.
I didn't roll its damage. You didn't minus it from damage. So you take
I didn't
11.
listen to the rest of
No,
the
10. You take 10.
10.
Grunker takes 21.
What's the thing spell? He has to roll a d4 when?
Attack
To
rolls,
minus it
saving
from the
throws.
attack roll.
But he...
It was an area of it's like a kind of
AoE.
AoE type thing, so it didn't work.
Grunker is like half blown back, and you can see that like all this like lightning black char across her skin. She's just like,
Nice.
she's frothing, but you can see she is very badly wounded. That's their go.
I thought
So
you said one of them
Elora,
was dead.
huh?
I thought you said one of them was dead.
Just hung on, barely.
Clinging.
Like, yeah, it looks really bad, but that's why they've kind of resorted to these tactics now.
Clinging and
Technically,
clanging.
I actually have to make saving throws for them, because they are only oh no, they're immune. What am I
D4!
talking about? No, they're
I
immune.
forgot the spell again.
It was the Stormlord who is resistant. These guys are immune.
Oh.
Miss.
One swirling gust.
That'll hit.
Which one? This is the most injured one.
Yeah, that one.
But that one's next to Juto.
Well, actually, no. The other one's dead, isn't it? The other one's dead. One of them's
clinging.
dead.
Clinging and clanging.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
Barely.
8. 13.
That's enough. This had like 3 hit points left.
Mother.
So you watch as like the wind elemental just kind of throws like a big gust, and the remaining armor that was in front of Juto just is blown apart and scattered around. The other one is still turning around, desperately trying to fight. Reynard Fairhorn.
I want to slowly drag this guy back into the room, and at the same time, I want to Axel back to myself.
Yep, it's basically your turn. Juto Ken.
I'm
Pretty
going
much here
to
now.
run through Alora
Yeah.
and just attack.
Yep.
Is there an Eye of the Storm inside Alora?
She's not Storm.
She's not a storm.
Air elemental.
It's a different thing. It's not Storm elemental.
17.
You ignorant idiot.
But it's a whirlwind.
Does 17 hit?
17 hits, yeah.
And then 7, 8, 9 regular and 2 radiant.
Yep.
21.
Yep. Hits. He's dead. He's
Trying
dead.
to make it look like I'm
5,
dragging him.
Your Grandal, the second Grandal streak, just pierces the last remaining armor. The cloud form explodes and evaporates into nothing. And that takes us out of combat.
I like the idea that I just burst through you, so there's like cool smoke around.
Sweet.
I'm going to turn around, fall on my knees.
Gotta be
and
careful, you
put my
could get
head in
flung
the
20 foot in a
fountain,
random
like,
direction. Whirlwind.
And just bubble like the huskies do when they blow the nose in their dog bowl.
Is he
In
dead?
That fountain.
That one.
Can you make it now?
Oh,
Yeah.
Why did you do this?
So close.
Yeah, it's cool, refreshing, crisp, clear spring water.
I'm
Is he
bubbling.
dead?
Who?
Anyone?
Oh.
I can't talk. I'm air. I'm having fun.
I'm
I haven't dropped it yet.
Look,
Gronka, now the adrenaline kind of fading, just kind of sits down on the ground and like her flail kind of drops out of her hand. She's like, I'm gonna need a minute.
Healer! We need a healer!
So I'm fine.
Bronca,
Yeah,
can you come down here?
no. I'm gonna sit up here for a minute.
Fine.
I don't know, go check their bodies or something.
I'm going to go up there and...
She's gonna she's gonna take a short rest, so if you
I'm
stay
gonna
here for an
come
hour,
back
she's gonna...
down,
Okay.
and then I'll transform back, and I want to check the bodies of the guys who fell around here.
My
Yes.
See what we
rifle
can
is the one
find.
to run in this room.
So, it's
So-
like the captain dude and the
Yeah.
Melty man.
So you find on their person, you find what weapons and armor they were carrying. So an enormous suit of full plate, a normal breastplate. There'd be 8 short swords in total, 1 large glaive, unwieldable by any of you.
even if you're super strong.
You could probably wield it, but it would be difficult to maneuver because it's
I
designed
know
for
it.
a large
It's
creature.
cool. It's cool.
And the bows that the constructs had, there is no actual bowstring there. It appeared to be some sort of like light string, almost made of light, coalesced light. So that it's almost just the half of the bow, basically.
Are they still
there are
usable?
arrows, huh? No,
no, not at
because
all.
there's no string.
I assume the arrows are abnormally large.
They are large. You could use them. Yeah, you could use them, but they don't seem to crackle with lightning or any powers anymore.
Okay.
It's almost as if they were being fed by the creatures.
Is there anything
making
else
them
on
magical.
them?
Yes,
than
there
weapons?
is. There is in total across all of the bodies. There's 120 gold pieces.
Damn, auto loot.
Yeah, shift click, mate.
Sucks up.
Yeah, 120 gold pieces. There is also. You don't find anything like notes or anything like that. The only thing you find is a incredibly smooth, almost like a pebble, but it's quite large, engraved with some sort of rune, giant's rune.
Any of you read giant?
Wait.
Actually, Reynard can.
I'm not actually interested in that at the moment. Sorry. So I've dragged the guy,
Yeah, he's like,
and
my leg.
I saw Cam dip his head in the pool, and I thought, that's a good idea. Right now, I am probably more unlike my ordinary self, because I know the broken sky, super dangerous, and if they're after my uncle, that means he's probably in a greater threat than I possibly imagined.
Okay. So you're going to try and drown the
So
guy.
I hold him up,
Yeah.
and I look at him and say,
He's like beaten and bruised.
we've had a lot of trouble with your kind in the past. What do you want with Felix Ferrehorn?
I don't know the details. Stormlord took us. He was on orders from Felania herself.
Felania wanted my uncle. Was it to kill or to capture?
Capture.
And did you reach him?
No, we tracked him to here, to this place. And when we got in, we couldn't find any exits or entrances, and then you arrived shortly afterwards.
What is this seed your Stormlord was talking about?
We think it might be something... I don't know the details exactly. Felanius called it the Everseed.
Everseed. And you know nothing about this?
I just was following orders.
That won't do. And I dunk him
Whoa, I'm drinking here.
and bring it back up. Are you sure you don't know?
I don't know, I was just following orders, you idiot.
Idiot! Right now, you're going
It's
with
just-
insults.
It's just like, look, I don't know anything more than what I've told you. You've bested me, you've bested one of her royal guards. I'm no match for any of you. You're either going to kill me, or you can let me go. But I'm not going back to them.
You know what? You're worthless to me, and you're worthless to the broken sky. And I throw him away and tell him to run to the door.
Disarm him.
He just like...
I don't need to.
he doesn't have his web, he dropped them when he was running. He just starts like, he barely manages to pick himself up and just starts limping away.
Once he reaches the main door out of the place and opens it,
Yeah.
I want to shoot a bolt at the door. Thunderous bang.
Okay. Okay, so he opens the door, steps out, and then just as it's closing, you're going to fire it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the bolt hits and
And the door shuts.
reverberation, and you hear like, "For no!" And you just like, and you hear a howl of wolves distant beyond the door.
Good.
What was that?
What?
He was going to die anyway, let's be honest. Plus, anyone that's after my uncle probably deserves a worse fate than he received.
You made a loud noise at the door where there's big wolves.
I've made louder noises during this combat.
But
A little bit contained because it was inside this big, thick tree that you're currently inside. The one by the door definitely attracted attention.
you need to get your head on straight, sunshine.
I'm here to save my uncle, and I will do nothing.
We're all saving your uncle, but we're all going to do it and not get killed by wolves on the way out.
And it doesn't justify murder.
Yeah,
Murder?
no one does that.
You certainly didn't give him a chance.
Were you really going to let him go? He was going to be...
He could have rested.
He could have gone back to Felania.
He said he was going to leave them.
Are the doors still open?
No.
They closed.
Yeah. You close it with the crossbow bolt.
I have never trusted the Broken Sky, and I'm sure you haven't. You've dealt with them more than I have.
They've never shown us mercy.
But what would he have said to Felania?
He could have said anything to her. Anyway, Reynard, look at this stone. Are you able to read the giant on it?
It's terrible for skimming. I've been trying it, this fan just hits the middle.
Okay, the the stone, the giant.
Yeah, it is almost the rune itself just means royal.
Oh.
It's like a symbol of royalty.
Is it any similar to the stones that we saw in Veldeban that they used to talk to each other?
Similar,
Is it...
very similar.
The arcane.
Can Felania see us through this thing?
You
Hear
can
us?
make Arcana checks. You can
Yeah,
cast
I
detect
don't
magic and stuff like that if you've got it.
No, probably not.
Arcana. 5.
7.
None of you really know. This isn't really any of your levels of expertise. It could function. This could be like an open communication that anything you say can be heard on the other side. It could need to be activated. You're not really sure.
Put it
Does
in
it
the
look
bottom of the
active now?
fountain.
Huh?
Does it look active now?
It looks like a rock with a rune on it.
Smash it.
Put it in the bottom of the fountain.
Or the bottom of my bag of holding.
No, because then it will be with us.
You can't
don't
drown
need-
a stone.
Yes, but you can muffle the sound.
Gronka's having a short rest, right?
She's like sat there and she hasn't moved. She's kind of got her back leaned up against like the balcony of the mezzanine and just has her eyes closed. And is like, somebody bring me my flail.
I believe we should maybe take a short rest.
I'm total agreement.
Can somebody help pull these arrows out my back?
Yeah. Juto can.
She just sits up, like lies on her side, and then rolls down so that she's completely flat against the ground. Okay.
I put some cloth in her mouth, so she'll be like.
Yeah, she's like, alright.
Stop pulling that.
She rages.
Nearly.
I'm going to try and short rest with this noise going on.
It's an hour, so
Nice short. I would.
I'm guessing everybody's short resting.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say it was short rest? The hit points, the shield.
Yeah, it all
Okay.
goes. So, but you do regain all your key points and stuff as normal.
Yeah. It's.
Oh wow, it's rolling well on the old hit dice recovery though.
So key points back.
16, 18, 19, 20, 34
8.
Perfect. The exact amount to be back at full. And it only took 10 hit dice.
So what's 39 plus 7? 48.
Some more.
What's 119
No,
minus
46.
43?
46.
What?
Sorry, I'm
149 minus 33.
no, shut up.
52.
Perfect.
You're
I've only taken.
distracting me.
I'm 6 lower than my maximum, and it only took all of my hit dice.
59,
D10s.
59.
Yeah, well, you're in better shape than Grunker is.
Well, yeah, that's true.
60, 61, 62, 63.
Is there an average you take on hit dice or anything like that? By the way, or is
Not when you're rolling them, no. If you have a bard, they can help boost it. But
okay, so if you roll a 1 on a d10, you take the 1.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool, that's fine.
You do add con mod though for each hit dice you spend.
You've been doing that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
So every time you spend a hit dice, it's the hit dice plus your con mod back in hit points.
It's like you're leveling up.
Yeah. So,
I'm fully healed.
I'm going to go
Over,
lounge on these
actually.
chaise-longues.
yeah, you kind of write them up. Very well made, very comfortable.
Shut up.
This is quite nice, considering the amount of journeying we've been doing recently. I might take this back with me.
Jutu and Grunker, now that you guys are outside of combat, you can see that up on the upper level of the mezzanine, there are these kind of trellises, like all spaced out in the middle of the room, upon which grow oranges and fruits of different kinds, pears, berries, and they are, they've grown to large size, but they are very abundant. And there's beautiful kind of wooden flower kind of boxes, but this is what the vegetables are growing from. Also, nope, that's it for now.
Can I perception check the area, please?
Yes, perception check.
Is there no higher floors? This is it.
No, this so far this is it. Looking around, like from where you guys currently are, without any detailed investigations, it looks to just be this single room, and that's it.
No doors.
None that you can see. 5. Juto kind of looks around, but it's all weird because the walls are made from like the hollowed out tree itself. So the walls just look like natural wood, and where the grains are and where they meet is quite a little bit confusing. You can see these ore veins running around. It's very easy to almost kind of lose your vision as you're like looking at the walls.
When we were sorry.
When we were outside, were there any high up
That's what I was
windows?
gonna ask.
Yeah, you saw like balconies and like windows and things like that. These like
definitely way
amber
up.
glass windows.
I'm lounging and I'm just shouting. There's probably
Yeah.
rooms above.
Can I sort of check and see if there's any
Yeah, you don't
hidden-
really need to make a check, Alora, because your passive perception. By the time you've kind of walked around, when you get upstairs and have a proper look, you can see that there are 3 doors. They are very faint. Probably only elven folk would spot them. And they are 3 doors. Their hinges are kind of hidden in like the knots of trees, in knots of the wood. But there are 3 doors. They are marked with...
Toilet.
No,
Men's.
they are marked
Ladies.
with. One has the symbol of a. Where is this? My note on this. An acorn, one of a flower, and then one of a bow.
Huh.
Can I reach these doors?
Once Laura points them out, yes, they're all on like normal ground level of the mezzanine. Well, they're on the mezzanine level.
So it's not like high up.
No, they're not high up. They're just they're very well hidden.
Acorn, flower, and a bow. Is there Elvish words for these things?
I'll
Yes.
speak the Elvish for each of them at the door.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the doors can be opened. Like it's like a little latch inside the knot of the wood.
Can I?
Is there like a handle thing?
Yeah, it's like hidden in the wood. Like it's almost like where you kind of got like the circular knots. If you hook your finger in, there's like a latch, and you pull it, and it opens.
Can I look for traps?
Okay.
Investigation.
Yep. Which one?
I will
Which door?
Stroll upstairs.
Acorn, flower, bow.
Flower.
Flower? Yeah, you look around, you kind of test the walls. You can't, I'm guessing the investigation, you're like, what, padding around the walls? You're like looking for stuff?
Can
you
I
can't see anything.
listen at each of the doors?
Yes?
Do I hear anything different?
No.
No.
You hear silence.
So you looted this guy, didn't you?
Yep.
May as well get rid of him.
None
The
of them have
shield.
anything.
Did you want it?
It's huge. Like
It's
nobody
very
can
large.
carry it.
It's 5 foot. As tall as me.
Could I look at the arcane on the shield, actually?
Arcana check.
No, don't worry.
It's magic stuff.
11.
Yeah.
Let's pick a door. The flower one?
Flowers smell great.
Go ahead then.
Acorns are hard, bows shoot. That one seems the safest.
This is a trick. But this tree doesn't seem like a military tree. It seems like a haven tree. So there shouldn't be anything bad.
Would I know anything about this tree or have heard anything about anything like Fae?
You can make a history check.
Oh, look at that. She did a history check.
17.
17. Yeah, it's difficult. It's ancient elven history, which a lot of the spires lost a lot of their information about. When you vaguely know that the story goes that when elves came, they were fleeing the Archfey, and they met the dwarves, they taught them magic, they in exchange got taught how to craft weapons and armor, and then they basically mounted armies in the material plane, marched back into the Feywild, and killed the Archfey that had imprisoned them. When they did that, the Archfey's kind of last attack against the elves was to bestow a lot of their own realm's magic into those elves. So the different armies that killed the different Archfey ended up becoming more like the Archfey they killed. So that's how you got the spires. You got moon, sun, winter, autumn, summer, and spring, right? Because they took on the elements of them, yeah. Once that happened, they forgot a lot of stuff that had happened in the time before they became those elves. And so a lot of it wasn't it. You do remember there are old stories. You know that they came to Mithril Plain. They created not just fortresses and palaces, but also prisons for minor archfey that they'd kidnapped and captured. They also built like palaces and rest stops, inns, for where they would meet the dwarves and learn with them and teach them. And so it's different. You kind of have a vague notion of a story of it was made from a large tree. It was shaped by an old druid, like one of the first druids, and it might have been, considering the amount of iron ore that you can see kind of like writhing through it. You think it might be this place. It was called Ironbow.
The flowers are the trellises.
They're fruits. It's a lot of
fruits.
food. Yeah, it's food.
I'm going to eat one.
Just pull off a grape.
There's grapes?
There's grapes, yeah. There's grapes, berries.
I am taking some grapes.
I'm not.
Someone get the bag of holding quick! Quickly!
There's not all grapes. There's like a mixture of things. There's like oranges. There's like weird fruits that you've never seen before.
I'm eating the grapes as we go, and I'm like inspecting all these fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
Just loading up. Where's the bag? Have you got it? I just come over with loads of fruit and loads of grapes in my mouth like a chipmunk.
You want something? Yes, I would like a grape.
One spits out on the floor.
I just
You are
spit
a
them all.
remarkable human being.
We can keep the fruit.
That is gonna stink
It's a bag of
after a
holding.
little while.
It's a bag of holding.
It's not a bag of
Colding. That was a Vox Machina joke. Never mind.
Finally,
Good
did it all.
joke. No, it's good.
Crit roll.
When we were speaking to the guards, when we first entered the room, did they say something about there being another group of them further into the tree?
I don't know, do you remember that?
No,
I feel like,
no. We tracked 7 humans, one of which was large.
and we just fought about 7
Unless
humans,
they've been
one of which was
multiplying
large.
in this tree.
Unless the 2 suits of armour were already here, so there may be 2 left.
No, they were very much Felania's people. They were using thunder and lightning
He's not looking at us.
Nothing out of him.
Let's phase out.
He wasn't even like
Stop listening. Right, can I...
I would like to open the flower door.
Okay. The flower door opens into a short wooden corridor that leads to a set of wooden stairs that leads upwards.
I would
You
like
can see
to
that
open
there
it.
are brackets on the wall shaped like, almost like vines, and they have small glowing crystals which illuminate it into a dull blue light.
I'm going to be placing a line of fruits behind you to go up the stairs.
Just like one grape.
a grape
There.
person.
You very quickly run out of grapes. There's not that many
I've not
grapes.
gone up there.
Have you not gone up?
I've opened the door.
Can we open all of the doors and have a look and see what it says?
Okay, so you open. Which door do you want to open after the flower one?
The acorn.
Okay, so you open up the acorn door, and it reveals an entryway that seems to lead into a dim-looking room with wooden floors and shelving. Make a perception check for me.
26.
There is a slight haze to the space between where you would step through the doorway into this other room.
Right, does
There's
it
almost
look-
like a haze.
Does it look similar to where we passed into the Fey Wild?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Don't go in this one,
Why?
because it's got that hazy Fey Wild look to it.
Do you want me to mark it with some fruit?
No, that's fine.
I'm going to take a grape that Cam's just left at my feet and flick it into the...
Just passes through.
So
It
does
doesn't.
land on the other
It
side?
doesn't appear on the other side.
Okay.
You suspect that the image that you are seeing on the other side is illusory.
You weren't here when we went to the Fey Wild.
I was dead.
Yes.
She died.
Yes. This is what we passed through. Something like this. So this would take us to a completely different area.
It's
It
hard to
might
get
be
back.
quite far away.
Yeah.
So
it's not like a.
I don't think we should cross this as a priority. And you won't see the grape if you throw it. But
I'm
feel
just,
free.
I'm just kind of like
It works weirdly.
moving my hand towards Cam as if I'm just going to push him.
Don't. I see what you're doing. Think of the fruit.
Can we open the bow door?
Gronko like comes up behind Cam and sees what you're doing and is like,
Do not dare.
I'm assuming I noticed.
okay.
It would take a
Okay.
long time to get him back. Is it worth that much effort? Because
You've
I
missed
don't.
out.
She
really
like looks at
wanna-
you and you ask that question and is like,
Get him back?
yes.
No.
I mean, it would be
What the
easier
hell?
not
You didn't help
dragging-
me.
I healed you.
When?
Well, I was thinking about healing you.
I had like 14 arrows in my bag.
There was a lot of combat.
Reynard at least shot some of them.
I had 3 giant
I
wolves
tried.
chasing after me and you died.
You hid behind like a door.
Anyway, I'm going to open the bow door.
Okay, you open the bow door. Make a dexterity. No, I'm joking. The bow
trolls.
door opens up into a long corridor that curves to the side and steeply slopes upwards. So it's almost like it's
Like
wrapping
a-
around.
oh, okay.
You know, like,
Like
in
a-
WoW, like the Teldrassil?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Like a bow?
You can see 20 feet in, there are alcoves on the sides of this corridor, and there are beautiful. They look like elven people, but they have pale skin, like human-colored skin. They have different shades of hair. They are holding bows with quivers, wearing leather armor, which is done in a leaf-like pattern, and they're kind of looking quite proud and noble.
Are they alive people?
They look very much live. With your passive perception, you do realize that they're painted wooden statues, but
Oh, wow,
the wood
okay.
is shaped to almost look like muscle tissue. Like it looks incredibly lifelike, and each of the there are different vines and strips of wood for each kind of almost like muscle tendon, and so they look incredibly lifelike.
Do their quivers have arrows in them?
Yes.
Can I take another grape and flick it past them?
It and then rolls down the slope.
Could you stop wasting the grapes? There's not many left.
I'm going to sort of like, push you in as well.
Uh,
Well, I'm going to push you.
I'll walk in.
I am checking for
Wait,
traps.
Wait, well,
Are we gonna pick a door
Well,
or something?
how are you checking for traps? Just describe to me what you're doing.
Like throw the
You
fruit
throw
past
stuff,
them
nothing
just
nothing
to
happens.
See if they
Yep,
like.
nothing happens.
Look, this is silly. I'm gonna start walking up.
well,
Up a big steep slope.
The slope or the one
Past
with
the wooden statue dudes.
Okay, so you head up, you kind of curve round. The slope is quite steep. Like it's like quite a lot of work. Like you're kind of really working your
Why do they
thighs.
make this so difficult?
The statues don't move, but it is. You can see that the slope continues and it curves around, and it seems to go up quite high. Come on,
Does it
let's go.
have does it have windows as it goes up or
No.
anything?
It's all sealed
all
inside,
sealed,
yeah.
sealed? Okay.
Uncle Fairhorn!
Oh,
Are you up there?
Shut up, Cam.
Well, we killed everybody.
well, not necessarily.
I'm going to try and keep
If
going
this
up this
place
steep
has
slope.
a link to the Fae, then we should still be
Just look out for the weird
careful.
haze.
In the interest of avoiding surprise.
Yeah, can I actually keep an eye out for that that haziness?
In the
just
interest
going
of
forward?
avoiding surprise, we do have the things that they use to communicate with each other. We could
We don't.
simply find out.
We don't. We got rid
So
of it.
Cam
Well,
goes up the slope.
go grab it from the fountain.
No,
The
I don't
corridor
think
is
we
about
should.
180 feet, so it slopes up quite a lot. So it's quite a hefty kind of thing. As you go up, the alcove with the statues, they're positioned about every 20 feet as you go up. As you're kind of curling your way around, you see more and more of these alcoves. At the top, you see a large wooden door inlaid with iron like veins. It's got beautiful carvings around it, and yeah, that's
There are
basically.
actual handles on this one.
There are handles on this one. There is an inscription is painted across the doors in Elven. Do you speak Elvish?
Do I? That's a good question. Yes.
Okay, it says, present that which elves brought to the world and pass.
Oh, I found a door. There's some Elvish on it. Man, they really need to
And it has
readjust their
handles.
architecture because that was steep. Can you hear me? Hello?
Echoes round, yeah.
I'm gonna
Cam!
go up with Cam.
We need to present something that the elves something. I read half of it.
Was that present something which the
What was it?
elves...
Present something that the elves
First
Brought to the world.
Present that which elves brought to the world and pass.
I'd like to do a history
Sure.
and just...
How do we provide shit fashion attire?
18.
I
Whoa.
slap him.
You don't. I mean, you know elven stuff, but everything you know about elves is like the Moonspires and the Sunspire
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff. I mean, they've all brought different things. Like they're excellent hunters. They taught early humans how to hunt, how to fight.
Would I know what this could be from stories or anything?
That would basically be saying, Mark, what is the answer to this riddle? So you know everything I've told you up to now.
They brought you. You're a thing.
Can I try and put my hand on the door and Druidcraft?
Deciding if as you're touching it, you're druid crafting. Yes.
I want to Druidcraft. Yeah, basically the magic that I use, like channel sort of my nature magic, and Druidcraft just some like vines maybe that.
Okay. So when you do that, you do hear the door kind of almost like the wood's relaxed, and you hear a click.
Okay.
And on that, we're going to take a break because it's now 6:30.
Okay.
Oh! The door explodes.
Druid.
We'll be back in 5 minutes to find out what's behind
Door
number 1.
Door bow. Bow number door.
Bow door.
Bow door.
Bow door.
Hold the
See you in
bow door.
5. See you in 5. We'll be back in 5. Back in 5.
Play ready.
Hello, and welcome to the second part of HighRollers.
What was that?
Welcome back to the second half of HighRollers. We just took a short break. Thanks for joining us again. The party have been making their way through an ancient elven palace, place, keep, fort, they're not really sure what, called Ironbow. They've just fought several agents of the Broken Sky and are now exploring part of the tower. They explored a long corridor which looked like it was potentially trapped. It was, but by solving a very minor sort of like little riddle thing, they have passed through. The doors that you would reach at the top of this winding corridor open, and they lead into a open area which seems a lot larger than the room you were in downstairs. This large open lounge is full of long chairs, tables with cornucopias full of fruit and bread and other foods. The cornucopias are actually carved from the tables themselves, and they're just spilling with food. You can see that over the center of the room is a large symbol that hangs over a floor mosaic. The symbol is of two halves of an elven face, one male, one female, and the mosaic actually is made from tiny crystals and emanates a pleasant heat, so the room is not too cold. There are 3 side rooms leading away from this one. An open bath where you can smell heavy scented perfumes and oils, with sort of large, very calm, steaming water. There is also a large room full of elaborate wardrobes, dresses, and mirrors. That you can see there is also bolts of fabrics hanging off them, and what appears to be some sort of humanoid shape, which has got a suit of leather armor currently on top of it.
I'm going to investigate that.
And then finally, the other room is it's a large chamber with several soft pillows, a small stage, and several musical instruments resting on to the side as well. And that's what you see. So you go over to the room full of the dressers and everything else with
And
the
leather armor.
humanoid armor. Yep. Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Would I have known from my uncle's stories and talking to him and everything of him ever traveling around with other people, specifically magicians or? If entering this room required magic, then based on what I know from my uncle, I don't believe he knows any magic unless he's got a few tricks up his sleeve.
I'm like, yeah.
Cam, so you go into the room. Inside is, you can see what I mentioned earlier, like large elaborate dressers, wardrobes, kind of racks with bolts of beautiful silks wrapped over them. But this figure, it's like a humanoid, almost like an outline of a humanoid shape, and it has weird toggles, like these kind of sliding movable parts along its arms, legs, its chest, its torso. It almost looks like a tailor's dummy used to take measurements, and it has its arms outstretched. And then it's actually what you thought was on top of this device, but just in front of it is another similar device which has got a suit of armor. The armor looks like it's designed for somebody a little bit taller, with longer limbs, very elven in nature likely, but it does look very, very nice.
Can I investigate it? Look at the arcane nature of it, if there is any.
You are quite confident there is some sort of enchantment upon the armor. There is also, you think that there might be some sort of enchantment on this device, this like measuring dummy.
I'm gonna start
Don't touch anything yet, Cam.
Does this room look
Why?
like it's...
Laura calls from the other room.
Why?
It's like 3 split off rooms.
Just go
Because
away.
this is an elven place. I don't know what human. If you touch it as a human, I don't know what that will do.
Go.
Racists.
Are these series of rooms, do they look like for 1 or 2 people or for...
Or for many. Like the baths are large enough that you could easily fit sort of 10, 20 people in. Looking inside, you can actually see that there are little glass cabinets inside the bathing area as well, kind of almost like little display cabinets. There are shelves with beautiful crystal bottles and containers kind of in shelves around this wooden bathtub, effectively, this like wooden shallow pool. And there's all these kind of beautiful crystalline sort of lotion bottles or some potion bottles or something, you're not quite sure. The stuff in your room, all again, beautifully elegant wood. The silks are all rich, different colors. Everything from, dark blues to dark greens, reds. It's quite elaborate. The armor itself is very well constructed. It looks to be made of a tough leather, and it's engraved with elven sort of ridges and like symbols and lines. and it seems to be engraved all over it.
Can you
Can
look
I
at
have a
this?
look at it and see if the elven things, if they make any sense to me?
Oh, it also has a large, the back of the armor, you can see it drapes down into a large furry kind of cloak made from like a great wolf pelt. And the shoulders have a big furry collar around it as well. Yeah, the elven nature seems to tell some sort of tale of a hunter that killed a great wolf called Skastar.
I pretty much killed a wolf by pretending to be dead and allowing it to almost kill Reynard. So I think I deserve it, is what I'm trying to say. Can you get it off of me?
Not yet.
Why?
Can we have a look around and see if is there any sign of life or
There is not.
within?
Could
Is
I-
there? Sorry.
There you go.
Is there any sign of like decay on the food
Nope.
or anything?
All
like,
fresh.
So it all looks like.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you've not tasted it, but looking at it on these tables, looks incredibly fresh, very inviting. The bread is crusty, but still smells of that freshly baked smell.
And I'm guessing the bath is probably still hot. And
Yeah,
like
steaming.
It's just been drawn.
Yeah, like Grunker's actually kind of looking in it and is like, oh, right, do you reckon any of these are potions? And like she points to like the shelf full of all these kind of rows of different lotions. You can see that they've got like magical, like they've kind of got like elven script on them and stuff like that.
They are probably for cleaning.
Maybe.
Maybe they've got healing properties for cleaning. Like you bathe and then it just gets rid of all the wounds.
Perhaps.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to investigate them further, yeah, they've got like little labels like gilded. What do they call it? Like gold relief. They've got like elven writing in gold relief
You can
written on each of them.
read Elvish. can
Well,
you?
I think like most of you can. I think like he
can't.
can, he can. Can you speak Elven? So Juta's the only one that can't. Grunker doesn't know. Grunker speaks Common and Orc.
I'll go over and read it.
Oh, I speak all.
So there appears to be the same couple. There's 4 of them. The other ones don't have any writing. The 4 that have writing, one says youth, one says wisdom, one says grace, and one says competition. And they appear to be lotions for the body. Like you put them on and then you bathe.
I'll take the wisdom one
Okay? Yep.
and apply it to my face.
Okay. Right. It looks like it's there's enough there for a whole body application.
I will start pouring.
Pouring it in and then rubbing it all in. Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
You're taking that leather off, yeah, Laura? I've just gotta... I'm gonna give Gronko the competition one.
Okay.
Yeah, put this on.
Okay. She like starts pouring it out on herself, throwing it all over. Neither of you are going to make saving throws. Rather, as the steam of the water begins to react with the lotion, you both begin to change ever so slightly. You put wisdom on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom. In fact, do you want to roll 2d6 for me?
Yes. 5, 4, 9.
Okay. You age 9 years.
Damn it! I could have used that.
So Cam, like your features, I mean, how old was Cam to start with?
About 25, I'd say.
25, so you're about 34. So, you know, a little bit of grey starting to appear in sort of like a couple of lines of the hair.
Do I
I
feel
start-
wiser?
No.
I start frantically looking for like another bottle that's the same.
No. Nope. There is one that says youth, one that says grace. Grunker has put the competition one on, and then you kind of hear her grunt, like, hang on. And then she's like, oh dear.
What?
And then she turns around, and she is now a male half-orc.
What?
Oh my god!
Problem.
I don't feel any different. I don't know what
You look
happened.
different.
Do I?
Yeah.
You have
You
age.
look different.
Yeah.
I've aged.
Yes.
My hands look the same. But you're rolling.
I know your hands look a little bit more worn. Like, just you look a bit more older, a bit refined.
Oh my god. Why would you put this near a bath? Why would you want to be older?
Why would you want to be a man?
I know.
This is the thing. I did say don't touch anything. It's fey magic. It's weird.
elven.
Okay. Well, it's obviously
Grunker goes over
tricking
to
you.
the
It's here
shelf.
to trick you.
And picks out the other 2 with writing on. What do these say?
That one says,
Grace,
and that one says
youth.
youth.
May I
Grace.
take the grace one?
No.
Grunker,
Grunker's
you take
holding-
the Grace one. Cam, you take the Youth one. That surely would reverse.
Grunker pulls the Grace one over herself.
No fun for
Starts
Chicho.
rubbing it around.
You do not need youth.
Grunker's form reverts back to female.
And Cam, if you want to go back to your...
But Grunker is ever so slightly slimmer, and her features are slightly more elven.
half
Reynard is interested.
elven half orc.
Like her ears have got a slight point to them. She's ever so slightly, not necessarily like less muscular. She's still incredibly strong. Like her arms and abs are like still incredibly dense. But there's just a little bit less of the kind of like more brutish elements of the orc.
I don't want to be a baby.
Thank Christ. Well, thank the gods. Oh yeah, you should. And then she like brings the youth one over to you and is like,
I'm looking at the amount I poured out of this one. If
Most
there's
of it.
Anything left?
No.
I'm going to make the exact same.
okay, 2d6.
Oh god. 4.
Yep.
5 now. 3.
7. So 7 years younger.
2 years
So
older than normal.
you aged 2 years.
So yeah,
Bippity boppity.
almost no difference.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
Damn you.
There are other lotions and things like that around, but they actually appear to be normal, like soaps and things like that. And yeah, that's what you find.
Why do they just have these things casually lying around?
That is a good question.
Well,
You should know. This is Elven.
Doesn't mean I know.
I could if somebody else had taken the other one, I could have been stuck like
They're
an
clearly
idiot man.
yeah, but they're clearly trying to trick people who don't understand. And
I don't think it's clearly a trick.
But why would they
it
try and trick
kind of
anyone?
is though.
Do you reckon maybe it's an oil that doesn't last that long? It's like a little, like, playing around.
Could it
No,
be that
probably
whoever
A disguise.
uses a disguise?
Could be. Anyway, have
does
you got that leather?
Is the leather armor, is the cape attached to it, or is it a separate cape and
It's
leather armor?
attached.
Attached.
It's like almost like not quite a full cape. It's almost like a pelt
Half one,
attached to the back, and then it kind of comes around the collar.
What colour are they?
What do you mean?
What, are these just leather?
Yeah, it's leather with like a big grey wolf pelt.
Like deep leather or?
You notice though that the device it's on, it's like an armor stand in front of this other measuring device, but the two are connected by a bit of wood.
Move one of
Does
the...
it sense? Do I sense any sort of protection on it? Like it, the whole thing is protected.
difficult to
because
say.
The stand itself is magic as well. You said.
It's difficult to say. There is an enchantment on the armor. It certainly appears to be some sort of magic armor, and then the devices appear to be magic as well.
Laura, try shifting the measurement thingies on the limbs of the one behind and see what happens. Make it the size of Reynard.
Okay, what are you adjusting? So there's measurements for pretty much like anything that's
the width of the chest.
the width of the chest. Okay, so as you stand in front of it and slide it, you feel your own chest kind of grow in size, and your
Put it back
own
down?
body kind of, and then it shrinks down back to where it was.
No, that just is. It just adjusts
Your own.
us.
Can I push her out
No.
the way and make myself taller?
Yes. So you adjust. Well, it depends. How do you want to make yourself taller? There is no just general slider. It appears to be there's one for legs, one for arms, one for torso, one for chest width or bust size, shoulders and waist, like a tailor's dummy. So you can make your legs longer.
Did it go back to normal? And
I put it back to normal.
You put it back to normal.
Yeah. So she didn't let go of it. She just went whoop, and then it.
Oh.
I don't know how much I want to mess around with
Tricks.
it. I'm going to be cautious, actually. I'm going to be cautious on this one.
Could I walk up to it and adjust the musculature on my legs?
There is no musculature. It is just so you can go up, and if you slide it, your thighs get wider, but they are not more muscular.
Just a little bit.
Just your legs a little bit more.
Yeah. You can stop with those jokes now, Cam.
Oh, chicken eggs?
Oh, good.
Well, he doesn't have chicken legs anymore.
I don't need
if he's
to.
adjusted it.
I don't need to
Can
adjust
I-
myself.
Now that I've done that, can I almost like walk away from it and has it still retained?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really weird to walk like that, so I'm going to bring it back.
Okay. Once you do that, the machine seems to lose some sort of sheen, like a little shimmer.
Oh.
Completely lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like a one-time adjustment.
Seem to have some sort of limited power source.
Can I hold my arm up? Oh, is it running? Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Appears to have been.
Have one long
I want to
arm.
hold my arm up, like point it towards Cam, adjust the slider, and then punch him in the face.
It
from
didn't look
afar.
like it would have adjusted it that far. Not to inhuman proportions,
that's
or
fair enough.
unelven proportions, I should say.
Whoever uses this place clearly adjusts his own body to male, female, strong, weak. He changes his sizes.
Some
It's-
sort of spy.
And whatever this elven armor is, or this leather armor, it probably changes its form at will, just like everything else in its room.
That's really well thought out.
Really wise, are we, Mr. Buckland?
No, I lost it. The use.
Is there anything else in the room with the armor, like a chest? Do you say there was chest of
There's
drawers and
wardrobes
stuff?
and dresses and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Opening them up, there's all sorts of different elven clothing, but it is. You've never seen styles like these. It's much more looser, open. It's far less modest. There's often like the dresses are very open and yeah, just very sort of not much to them. Same with the male clothes. But it's all fine silks, incredibly detailed, very rich looking.
Do they look all different in like, you know,
Loads of
like-
different styles.
Yeah, different styles.
Yeah, different sizes,
kind of-
shapes. Yeah, loads.
Okay. Food.
Yep. You go back into the main lounge area. Yep.
What do I see?
Mainly fruits, bread, venison, jerky.
Venison?
Yeah, there's meats and stuff as well, but like anything but it's more like a jerky. It's not like a cooked meat. There is, yeah, eggs, like boiled eggs,
She sees nothing.
nuts.
The cornucopias, you said they were carved into the table.
They are actually like the table has been carved from one huge bit of wood, and then the cornucopias have been shaped alongside with the shape of it.
Do they look magical or like any kind of...
You think that there's definitely some sort of magic. There is a slight kind of twinkle to it.
Can I go to
Video
the
game style.
cornucopia
Yes.
and say noodles into it?
Nothing happens.
I think we need to move on. Your uncle's not here.
That's one thing I wanted to do. Is it from below when we saw the two doors? One had stairs and one had the curve. Does it look like the stairs came out at the same point
No.
anywhere? No. No other doors within. Can I have a look?
There are
and
no
see if
other doors in
there's
this
any
area. No, none that you look around. No, this appears to be some sort of private chamber.
I can't
Right.
really tell what this has to do with a bow, other than maybe
the traps
stealth.
down there.
Well, possibly. But I mean, say you live in this place, you wouldn't
Hunter's
have the traps
armor.
armed. Why would this place be the bow, other than a bow being sneaky, stealthy, which is what a disguise would be?
Maybe.
Yeah, it
So
seems
what's
like
an
a
acorn? What's a flower?
Maybe it's their surnames, Mr. and Mrs. Bow, Mr. and Mrs. Acorn.
It must be. Very elven names.
Well, those things have different names in Elven.
The,
Same way that
Sure,
Galanadel
yeah.
is moon.
Bolala.
moon whisper.
the
Bola.
instrument bit.
Yes. It's a large, full of cushions, thick, puffy, lovely, comfortable-looking cushions, and in the corner is a small stage where, yeah, music, little instruments are just sat.
Can I take a look at the instruments? Do they look magical?
Yes. They do look like they have some magic, but they are not magic themselves. There is something odd about them. You get the sensation as you take one that they're not meant to be removed, but you could take one out if you wanted to.
What kind of instruments are they like?
It is a fiddle, a flute, and a drum.
Can I tentatively bang the drum?
Yeah, you just boom, boom, boom. Makes a nice sound. Sounds in tune.
Are we taking this leather and going?
Well,
Would it fit you?
would it fit? Well, I guess. Would it
Are there
fit?
any other?
It looks more like Reynard's build, but not quite. He's too wide for it. It looks like it would fit a tall, slender, elf-like person.
Could it be adjusted with straps and things? Or
It does not appear to have any obvious straps. Looking at it, it does have straps at the side, but they are fastened in place. There are no additional holes or loops.
Are there any,
It looks like custom made to fit a body type.
are there any
Would
almost
it
like
fit
arm
Elora?
guards or butlers?
You're short, so no,
Not quite as tall as a male elf.
no, not quite.
You're
This is
short.
like you need to be like 6'2", but very slim.
Are there
leave it.
any
Also,
separate pieces.
as you like, if you're trying to take it off the stand, it doesn't move. By the way,
Oh,
like it's on a stand, and it looks like you should just be able to lift it off, but it's just like it doesn't budge.
Can I try and like move the flute out of the little performance room?
So you like take the flute, and as you move it out of the room, it starts moving to life, and it starts like hitting you in the face and like trying to.
I immediately let it go.
Okay, as it does, it floats back into its place on the stage.
Okay, can we leave this place? This is weird.
Is there any other like trinkets around the place?
Things like the lotion bottles look valuable in the sense they're made from some sort of crystal. They've got silver and gold leaf gilding. The silks look incredibly expensive. Like if you bundled those up, they're definitely worth something. The tailor's dummy device, although it may be out of power, something like that is clearly enchanted and could be very useful to somebody who was some sort of tailor or somebody who wanted to adjust their people's size. That could be useful.
Can I put it in the bag of holding?
It's very large, but yeah, you can probably put it in the bag of holding. Yeah.
Just Juto like.
Yeah, you basically have to like put the bag of holding on the ground, open it up to its widest point. You have to like fold these arms in because it's kind of got like these adjustable arms. You kind of put it down the ground. Grunker kind of helps you lift it, and you just about manage to fit it through the space opening of the bag of holding.
A present for Emeran.
Would you like to take some silk for him?
Yes.
You just bundle the silks in as well. Yep, just throw it all in.
Right? Are we quite done?
Yes.
The leather
I
doesn't fit me.
think that we have to go the other way. If there's no... Do we hear anything else? Any sounds of people like anywhere around this place in the tree? Nothing at all.
It's dead. It's almost like it's been abandoned or empty, but except it's full of fresh food and hot water and things like that.
Well, this wouldn't be where my uncle would go anyway. He has no access to the room because of the lack of magic, and also he would have figured out the puzzle with the leather armor and taken it easily. He's a genius.
Yep.
So, I suppose we just go to a different room.
Does the leather armor have... Was it still attached to the stand that Juto put in?
No, it was attached to it. It was like an armor stand in front of the weird dummy, the weird tailor's dummy.
The weird dummy.
But yeah, it disconnected from like the wood that was connecting the two, but it's locked in place. The armor still won't budge.
Does it look like they've used that to size the armor by connecting it and then...
I'll tell you what, as you're making this jump of this conclusion of logic, you think that there might be some sort of mechanism that if somebody was the right size, the armor would unlock and they could wear it. It could be taken off the stand.
And we've
But
just
you would-
used all of the potions, all the lotions, I mean, which could have changed size.
You
That's all-
changed your legs.
No, I mean, there's also the body lotion stuff that Grunker and Cam used.
True.
How slim and slender and tall is Grunker at the moment?
I mean, she's like 6'4", and she's not slender. She is slimmer, not even necessarily slimmer. She is more lithe.
Graceful.
Yeah, she's just a bit more like less kind of orcish than she was, I should say.
Would Juto fit?
You're tall, but you're too slender. You're nearly there. In the same way that if Reynard was a bit less wide, he could be of a similar shape. It's almost like the tailor dummy power of being able to adjust your body size could have been used to adjust.
I know, right?
But yeah, never mind.
So
No armor for you, unless you want to try and break. You can try and break this thing that it's on.
Nope.
in the bag
I'm Cam's wanting to leave the room.
You could put it
He's
in the
done.
bag.
Can I take a bit of bread from the table?
Take a bit of bread, crunchy, crusty, lovely. Smells lovely.
Does anything reappear?
It's like a rye bread.
Does anything reappear?
Not immediately.
Are there any liquids like jugs of...
There is water and wine.
Can I pour the wine and just keep pouring it?
It runs out of the jug.
Well, now
And
I've
there
just made a mess.
is just a big puddle of wine.
Reynard, what are you doing? Poodling around this room. Your uncle is in danger and you're pouring out wine.
Well, I just...
What?
Hunches.
I'm leaving.
Hunches.
I'm going back down the steep.
Okay.
walkway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Storming on.
You just storm all your way back down into the mezzanine floor that you're in before.
Yep,
Like-
back
The
down.
stairs on that stairway can like retract. So it turns
There is no stairs. It is just a steep
Slope.
slope. So there are no stairs.
Can I close the acorn hazy door?
You close the acorn hazy door, leaving just the flower door.
Flower door. You go in because you like flowers. Maybe you have to craft one to allow you in.
The door is already open.
It's open.
Yep.
Let's investigate this one, I suppose.
Yeah, can I have a
So
look
you head in
and
that.
see
It's a
if
short
there's
wooden
anything-
corridor that leads to a set of stairs that lead upwards.
Can I have a look and see if there's any traps on the way in along the corridor?
Perception. If you're just looking, anything that could be some sort of trip.
21.
21. You don't see anything that looks like it could be a trap. There's no pressure plates. You don't see any tripwires. No
Poison
sigils. Yep.
Poison today.
Any signs of movement through here, like any
Yeah,
faint
tracks.
footsteps?
That would be a survival check.
Can I have a look
I
for
would
traps?
probably actually be doing that.
I know nothing.
Survival,
Yes.
9.
23.
17.
Cam Buckland. Congratulations. There is ever so slight disturbances, very fine outlines of boots that appear to have entered this room and left it.
Someone's been in here and left, and they've got boots.
Can I look and see if the one that we've just come from has the same?
I mean, you didn't see them. I mean, looking around, it didn't look like there were any tracks leading into the bow room and heading up where it was. There is, with Cam's check, there is footsteps leading to and from the acorn door as well.
Someone's been here. Let's go.
And
Try it.
so to and from acorn, to and from flower.
I feel like flower is the... acorn is the last one we should check.
Maybe your
Because
uncle's
the
in
Feywild.
Oh.
Well, there's
They
boot-
couldn't find him. He's in the Fae.
He maybe escaped there, but I think we should double check.
But there's
in
boot marks
case he's-
leaving there.
No,
But it still goes in. We should check and see if there's anything, any
there's
clues.
footmarks entering and leaving the flower room.
Oh.
The acorn and the flower.
It's difficult to determine who went in when and who went in, like the order of what went on.
Are they
And
the
it looks
same
like it's
boots?
multiple go in and out. It's like they
It's
went
not
in and
just
out a
one
couple of
set of
times.
People could
And
have
it's difficult to
been
tell
searched.
like how many times they went in and out. You
Yeah.
can just see paths leading in and out.
Okay.
So really, we need to try both, and I think that the Feywild will take a bit more time.
Well, from what you
than
said,
this.
if entering the Feywild and leaving is much more difficult, then
It just may the Fey transport works differently, time works differently. You could travel quite a considerable distance just by stepping through.
how similar is that to your travel by trees thing?
It's nothing like that. It's just from when we were in the Feywild before, wasn't it? So like there was a considerable space that we jumped just by passing through into the Feywild.
So what you know about the Feywild, being an elf, is sometimes it can lead you to the exact location, but completely different. Sometimes it can jump you ahead in the material plane. The problem with the Feywild is very much like the nature of the Fey themselves. It's very fickle and unpredictable.
So I think let's check this one, this flower door,
Yeah.
and then we can, if we don't find him, if we don't find any clues, then we can reevaluate.
Okay. In that case, I will walk in to Flower Hallway.
Walk
Okay.
up the flower
Or-
hall.
And then
way
up the
through,
stairs.
yeah.
Okay. So the stairs emerge in a large circular room, again, all crafted from this beautiful wooden tree that you are currently inside, with 10 doors leading off of it. The circular room is full of the same sort of wooden statues, but these are dressed differently. They don't look like warriors. There are some that look like teachers, some that look like scholars, one that looks like a mother with little elf children sort of curled around her like skirt at the bottom. There are some that look like tailors, and there are 10 of these statues in between all of the doors, basically.
Are they,
So there's one in between each of the spaces between the doors.
are they placed carefully there, or are they almost strangely, strangely placed?
They are evenly spaced.
Okay.
In between the doors, there is a small alcove behind them, but it's not very deep. It's just enough that the statues don't protrude into the room too much. And then that's it, yeah.
Is there any writing above any of the doors?
No.
And can I like gently? test a door.
You can, yes.
Doesn't open.
So you're testing one? You're just going to pick a random door? Okay, so you go up to the third door in. This one appears to be locked, so it's like... And it's locked, and you can see that there is a faint sort of weird-shaped keyhole, almost like a pointed star.
And who was outside of that, or who was next to those doors?
It is the statue of a teacher.
Are there any of the statues that look like Laura?
No. They look very different. They don't look like any of the elves you've ever met.
Can I do a survival check to see where the footprints went
Yep.
before everyone starts moving around? 11.
It's difficult to lose them. It looked like whoever came in this room walked around a lot, and the hallway, the corridor there was almost like a very faint layer of dust, whereas this one, it seems to be completely clear, and it's very hard to track. You quickly lose track of where they went. It did appear that they investigated most of the room, I will tell you that.
Can I test all of the doors and see?
So you start going around. All but one of the doors is locked. The one that is open appears to lead into some sort of kitchen and pantry. So you can see that there are tools like short knives for cutting vegetables. There are strange wooden bowls, wooden pans almost, like what you would see as an iron pot. This one is made of wood, but it has this kind of weird iron ore running through it. After you finish testing the last door, after you go through them, one of the statues, the mother with the two children, her body begins to move almost as if it was alive, and her mouth opens, and you hear a voice, a female motherly voice, like, "Oh dear, are you lost?"
Bah!
Whoa.
We are looking for someone in particular.
"Oh, you are lost then. Well, if I can help, please. I'm not quite sure what creatures you are. You are not elves. I can only give you certain answers.
She's an elf.
I am an elf.
You are not like any elf I have met."
We're looking for a man not too dissimilar to me.
"I have seen one such creature. I did not trust him, unfortunately.
What happens when you don't trust someone?
I don't help them."
Right.
Did you let them in any of these doors?
"He investigated them, but when he found many were locked, he attempted to break in. He did so using small metal devices. What he saw inside did not seem to please him, so he left."
Which door was it?
She gestures. "It was the door to the studio.
What's inside?
Painting.
He didn't like the painting.
He did not. It did not appear to be what he was searching for. I believe he was looking for a way to the top of Ironbow."
How do you get to the top of Ironbow?
"There is two ways. There is an entrance here, which is protected, and then there is the acorn door."
Right.
He must have chosen the acorn door.
Do your friends here speak as well?
"They are just statues. I was enchanted by High Druid Jalcanis to provide aid to the residents here."
What happened to the residents here?
"I don't know. They simply vanished one day. They left for a battle and then never returned here."
How long ago?
"Many, many, many years. I'm afraid that I have been asleep for a long time. I suspect it is a significant amount."
How long ago was it that you saw the one that looked like me?
"I believe 2 cycles of the moon have passed."
That's 2 days.
It's 2 weeks, isn't it? 2 fortnights. Is that 2 fortnights? Am I dumb? I've got survival, so like I should know.
Yeah,
what
like
2 cycles
moon
means.
phases, like it depends. Like, yeah, it's, it would be months.
Yeah,
Like
2
phases of the
months.
moon.
Phase
2
of the moon
days.
is 2 weeks, isn't it? 1 week. 2
Here,
weeks.
here on Iraq, it's a month for a cycle
okay.
of the moon.
So
Oh, really?
2 months ago, Reynard's uncle.
2 months.
2 whole days.
Time,
And-
time moves strangely in the Feywild, does it not?
Yes, he could be.
So what could have been moments for him is 2 months for us.
He could have just stepped in.
How
Fae.
connected are you to the Feywild? Can you see into there, or
I know that this place, Ironbow, has been connected to it. The High Druid used much of Feywild's magic in constructing it. You seem very lost, but I don't think you are Archfey. If you would like my help, I may be able to assist you reach the top of Ironbow, but I would require you to prove that I can trust you.
And what would you need from us for that?
Well, I have been told that the Archfey are not very clever. I will pose you a riddle.
Good. That's what. That's our forte.
Very well. I will not repeat myself.
Before you begin, Cam, discuss with us first before you shout something out.
Why?
Don't reply.
Often the gut feeling
I
is
will
the best
understand.
answer.
I will take an answer of a consensus rather than the individual.
No, you'll
Thank you.
take an answer from us, not a consensus.
Can you say a little slowly, please?
I will speak as I normally do. This will be a part of the test to prove you are not Archfey.
Pencils ready.
2 ladies were travelling to Golden Glade Fair, pale of skin, silken of hair. 4 drunken dwarves they met that day, ruddy cheeks and smiling gay. 6 little boys too did they greet, eating bread and honey sweet. A huntsman on the road they saw, holding trophies of hide and claw. 3 dancers laughed and waved hello, their clothing bright and hair worn low. 10 noble couples walking along, their hearts aflutter in romantic song. Of all the people seen this way, how many went to the fair that day?
At least over 5.
The fair.
Hang on.
Wait,
Not all of them would have gone to the fair.
I should have written this down.
I couldn't find my page. I missed all of that.
36?
Are we allowed the last line of the riddle?
I'm afraid not.
36? Because it's couples. 10 couples.
I like the idea that Elora and Juto were hastily writing down with quills, and then Cam's just
my bag.
I'm not bored.
However, I believe it could be 2 because they saw them on the way to the fair. Not at the fair.
Yes. Not all of them went.
Can we ask you questions?
No.
Can I do a check to see if Tutor remembers the
That
last?
would make it far too easy.
This isn't a riddle, this is a memory game.
Can Tutor do some sort of check to check the first and last line of the riddle?
Intelligence check. It's so hard to pay attention. You were writing down.
I was paying attention. I just have a bad memory.
Well, unfortunately, so does Juto.
Anyone else?
Can I try to see if I remember? Because I was listening closely.
Yep.
Well, I wrote.
Yeah, I'd say the 2 of you because you
Natural
were
20.
natural 20.
Read the entire thing again.
For the natural 20, I will absolutely read it a whole thing again. Elora just can recite it from memory.
I couldn't write
Would
it
you
down
like me to
in time.
reread the whole thing? Or
Laura,
just the last and last line?
I'm listening this time.
Pay attention to the first and last bit.
2 ladies were travelling to Golden Glade Fair, pale of skin, silken of hair. 4 drunken dwarves they met that day, ruddy cheeks and smiling gay. 6 little boys did too they greet, eating bread and honey sweet. A huntsman on the road they saw, holding trophies of hide and claw. 3 dancers laughed and waved hello, their clothing bright and hair worn low. 10 noble couples walked along, their hearts aflutter in romantic song. Of all the people seen this way, how many went to the fair that day?
Yeah. 2 then.
That's 35.
No, it's not. It's 36.
26.
36.
No.
35, 36, 25.
It's 2.
I think it's
I
in
think
that
2.
kind of, yeah, I think it's 2
yeah.
because they saw them on the way
There's-
to the fair.
10 couples, 3 dancers, a huntsman, 6 boys, 4 dwarfs, and 2 ladies, but only 2 went to the fair.
Only those 2.
They met them on the road.
Has everybody got that definitive answer?
Does anyone know?
We've got. Yeah,
Only
just
2
do
people
it. 2.
going to
Yeah.
the fair. Okay.
Because everything is
Yeah,
to the
they
fair.
met them on the
they
road.
went to the fair. How many people went to the fair? But they met them on the
On the road.
I've
way
never
there.
heard
The
of this
huntsman was
fair.
on the road.
Yeah. 2.
We believe we have an answer for you.
Then speak it. Strange creature.
2.
That is correct.
Sit down!
Only the
I
2
sit.
ladies travelled to the fair that day. Well, I do not believe you to be Archfey. Most Archfey simply would have tried to destroy me rather than answer such a riddle. The way is open to you, and as she does, the wood behind her begins to part and split and sort of grow away, and it reveals a spiral staircase leading up.
Are you still there?
I am, yes.
Okay.
I am not going anywhere.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't
Can we
deactivated or anything.
Does this place go to the same place that the acorn door leads?
It will, yes.
Can
There
you
we go,
see
that's
anywhere else in this tree?
It will take you to the chamber at the top of Ironbow. It will lead you to where they imprisoned the Everseed.
Imprisoned the
One-
Everseed.
Do you know anything about the Everseed?
All I know that it is a powerful artifact that the High Druid placed within here. The chamber at the top of Ironbow is warded against the Archfey. In fact, many Archfey and their minions have tried to make their way inside, but were always rebuffed. The Everseed is powerful and it has great connection to the Feywild, but I do sense that something is wrong. I do not know everything which happens within Ironbow, but I do know that magic, incredibly powerful magic, leaks from this place out into the world beyond.
From the Everseed?
Yes, I believe so. Only such an artifact as that would have such raw power.
Can we pick you up and take you with us?
If you would be able to cut me from the base and carry me, perhaps, but I do not imagine you would. Grunk is like, I can try.
May I ask a question? The room at the top of the bow door, the
Yes,
series of rooms, what
yes.
was its purpose?
I believe that was simply a place of leisure for many of the soldiers who resided here. Many of them took to fine crafts, but they would enjoy music and song or share baths. It was also a place where one could change their form as they wished. I believe the High Druid concocted many lotions that they could empower themselves with to change as they saw fit. Many elves do not simply wish to stay as one thing for all of their lives.
The device in that room that changes your size, how long until, for example, let's say someone overused it?
Oh,
How
you
long
would. I believe that the device you refer to belonged to one of our great tailors. He crafted it himself, another way to allow the elves that resided here to change themselves. I believe it is powered by magic. A spellcaster would be able to infuse it with energy.
Who was the tailor? So it's not anyone we know.
It's not anybody you know.
Cool.
Okay.
She says an elven name.
Okay, thank you for
Legolas.
telling me elven name.
Legolas. I don't suppose you have any scrolls containing information on the wisdom lotion?
I do not possess any such. I do not possess materials of that nature. I know that the soldiers would often, and those that were placed here would often change their forms, their sex, their size. Some would appear younger or older, but it was only an appearance. They still aged as normal.
And how long would that last for?
It is forever until one used a potion or lotion the following day.
I wish to look colder.
But you never will. Let's go.
Well,
But you just have to wait,
Death
like the
Stroke.
rest of us.
Thank you for your help and for trusting us.
I felt that you were not Archfey, but I could not be certain that you were not some agents of theirs. They have been known to do such in the past. I do wish you luck and good warning if you proceed up to the top of the Ironbow. There is other things there that I do not know full details of, but I know it is not a place. It is a place of danger.
are we to expect any more traps up there?
I cannot say. My knowledge of the building is somewhat limited. I know only what I heard from those that resided here, or what the druid told me. And to prevent too much information from being given away, he did not tell me everything.
But an imprisoned Everseed would be surely secured in some way.
I believe so. It has rested here undamaged for many, many, many years. It is only recently that this power has come.
That could be what's causing the animals outside to be
Huge.
yeah.
So, we're here for your uncle. Your uncle didn't get through this door, right to the top. He went through the acorn door.
Through
But
the
similarly,
Feywild.
we've now found out that Felania wants this Everseed. And if Felania wants it, then something is
So we
wrong.
fix this Everseed issue
I think we should.
and hopefully find your uncle on the way.
But if
Well,
if your uncle, he may have passed through the acorn door and gotten up there himself. We don't know.
Well,
Until we go, we don't know if he's up there. He could also be with someone else there. We
Or
don't
he could
know.
be in the Feywild.
if he entered into the
He could be
magical
stuck in
room,
there.
We won't need to stay.
Let us go.
Yes.
yes.
Let us-
Upwards.
You gonna head up?
Yeah.
Upwards.
Okay, so you guys make your way up the curled wooden staircase. As you do, you are led into a corridor which leads towards a great pair of double doors. Along the corridor, as you exit through this spiral staircase, you actually have to kind of almost slide a piece of wood out of the way. It kind of glides perfectly, and it's a secret door that was obviously there. And it leads you behind another statue of an elven warrior, this time with great stag horns coming out of his forehead, and he's got a bow in one hand and a long sword in the other, and he's pointing it towards a set of double doors at the far end. In the middle of this corridor, there is a strange opaque-like floor that seems to shimmer, and along the corridor from that platform to this double door, you see dozens of kind of broken wooden golems, I guess you could call them. They look like the statues you've encountered, but these ones are actually equipped with swords and shields, and they're broken in parts across the corridor.
Are there any arrows?
There are several crossbow bolts, and many of the golems have big, huge, kind of curved blade marks across them.
Does it look recent?
Yes,
Does it look
the bolts aren't
Felixy?
rusted.
As in,
The
like,
crossbow
the
bolts are certainly of a design that you've seen your uncle use. Large, flat, like broad-headed crossbow bolts, good for piercing through thick hide.
I believe my uncle went this way and unfortunately was attacked by these golems, but saw them off easily. From the looks of
Are
it.
you sure
anyway.
he's not with people?
How many are there? How many golems are there?
There are 4 golems.
And they're quite big, or?
Yeah, they're big. They're the size of like an 8-foot man.
Does your uncle fight with a sword too?
Yeah. Well, you basically modelled yourself after him, so he had a crossbow and a big curved blade.
Is there any sign of magical damage, or
Nope.
anything different to a slashing blade or a bolt?
No, not really. I mean, the bolts you look and seem to have like traces of magic as if fired from a magic crossbow. But...
Ah, magic crossbow, how could I forget? That would be how he got through the door, I imagine.
He's been gone for 2 months.
Well, 2 months was the last time that statue saw them. The letters I received were
They were much more recent.
much more recent, yeah.
So
First one was about a
time,
month ago.
Time passes strangely here, and it doesn't.
We are close to the Archfey. Is there any chance, and I don't want to say this, but that the Broken Sky broke him and are using him to get to this Everseed?
There is 0 chance.
Using his knowledge and his
Expertise.
bravado.
That he would accept money from.
It may not be willingly, it may be magical.
They could have. I mean, we saw in Veldeban, they're pretty clever. They might have. This is Grunker, obviously. They could have. I don't know. Not been the Broken Sky when they told him about it. Maybe they.
Could have deceived him.
Yeah.
Then
Could
why
be.
would they chase after him? To try and capture him?
Maybe he tried to
Yeah.
escape. Or
Could
maybe
they-
that was when they,
Could they have blackmailed him?
yeah.
Potentially,
They've
either
used
way,
that
he's
before.
come this way. They've used him multiple things. We've come across people who don't want to work with them who are.
I mean, Grunker's like looks at Reynard. It doesn't matter. We're still going to help him.
We should just be on alert in case he does anything.
He attacks.
Yes.
I don't think he'll do that, but I don't know. Like, if he sees Reynard, I'm sure he'll come to his senses if he has been tricked.
Of course.
We'll
And I
see.
seriously doubt he's under any mind control or tricks or anything like that.
Okay.
You first?
So the floor has a shimmery bit in it.
Yeah, so it's about halfway through, before the golems. When you guys get to the edge of it and look down, you see a 240-foot shaft of wood, like a kind of cylinder of wood, that has doors positioned midway and right at the bottom, but there is also large wood spikes at the bottom as well, and it seems to have this kind of shimmering floor, but it's like this vertical shaft.
Could I look around the room and see? Because if he didn't get through that door, he must have gotten into this room somehow. So is there anywhere that is almost a trace of an entrance from, I guess, the Feywild, which is the only other way he could have got through,
None that you can
into
see.
this?
None you can see.
Not the shimmery bit.
Could be. It does seem to lead into the shaft. Like it's almost like
Can I chuck a grape at it?
it does. It's solid. So it's like the grape just lands as if it was on the floor. It's almost like a window. It's almost like an amber glass window looking down on this big shaft.
But there's double doors at the end of the corridor.
I hate to generalise, Laura, but you seem to know more about the elves, these elves at the very least, than the rest of us.
Can
Do you
I
know of
look at
any-
the floor in more detail and see if I can sense what kind of magic it is or anything?
Sure. Yeah. Arcana check.
24.
24. So, looking at this doesn't appear to be magic. This appears to be some sort of glass that has slight magical elements. You think it might be looking into a space, a demi-plane of the Feywild. You think that this might be where somebody could teleport to, almost like a location that is connected to this demi-plane but isn't actually a portal itself. So somebody who transferred through might end up here.
On top of the glass or in the...
Yeah, as if you were stood in the corridor, almost like a transportation platform.
Does it somewhat look like, because there's doors further down, does it somewhat look like a sort of elevator of sorts?
Imagine like a shaft, like a pure cylindrical shaft with doors just attached to walls with no flooring. So kind of, but there's no floor that moves up and down. It's just space.
And there were wooden spikes.
At the
Just
very
wooden
bottom,
spikes
yeah.
at the bottom.
Oh, I see.
People not worthy of this teleportation or arriving and being checked would open up the floor and drop them. Either way, we're here.
It's probably a trap against the Archfey.
You can move on the outsides. You can move
Yeah,
along
can,
the
I,
edges.
can I move to the double
Yeah.
doors?
Yeah.
I want to move to
The double doors are engraved. You can see at the very center is a large seed, like a big sort of like traditional like oval shaped seed and engraved into the wood is lines of power shaping out, and beautiful kind of trees are shaped all around it. You can see animals are kind of all around it as well, and it seems to be blossoming life all around it.
Trips.
Sure. Are you trying to look around, or are you touching and feeling, trying to find mechanisms? Okay, perception
With my
check.
eyes is 9.
9. Looking around, you just see the engraving. You can't see any sort of triggering device or anything like that.
Is there any elven script or anything?
There is no elven script here.
And there's no open door or anything like that.
Hmm?
Other than the one we came through, there's no like open doors.
No, that's it. It's just this corridor seems to lead straight to these doors.
It seems like the doorway with the acorn probably had a teleportation circle in whatever it was that would lead them to here.
So
Potentially.
this will be how he got into this room.
Or at least one of the many that lead here. So that could be how we got here. Without going through the door we just went through.
Yeah, but we need to figure out where he went after this, and
Probably through the double doors.
probably through the big double doors. Big double doors.
Big double doors. Let's go in.
Yeah, I want to have a
delicious
look around
double
for the...
Okay.
Just to
Perception check.
No.
No?
I think I would
Nope.
do it the same. Oh.
Come on, Rainy. Use that high stat.
Perception. That's 22.
Okay, Reynard. Looking at the engraving on this double set of doors,
Yes.
it has been very well done to disguise glowing runes placed upon the double doors. The engraving themselves is kind of lipped, and inside the rim, there is a faint glowing line.
Right. Unreadable Arcana, I suppose.
You can make an Arcana check.
Not great. 11.
Some sort of glyph.
Great.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the door.
Boom! The glyph fades.
We're going to
Temporarily.
Can we open the door
I'll push
immediately when
the
it
door.
fades then?
Yeah.
You need to roll a d20 and then add your wisdom modifier. Sorry, this was cast at a higher level than third.
21.
21, enough. You dispel it.
Okay, open the
Great
door.
with doors.
Pushed open.
You push the doors open. Inside, it leads into another large circular room. This one, depending on how far we get today, I might need to drop a battle map for this, but we'll see, just to give you guys a better image. To give you guys a better image of what it looks like, because some positioning is going to be important.
Why did you say battle?
Battle map, because that's what they're called, the dry rape maps. So you
called
see a
maps.
large circular room. At the far end, opposite the double doors that you guys have just coming in from, is a large wooden throne, upon which is a huge kind of like almost pair of ant horn, like stag antlers kind of sticking out the back, and it looks massive. It looks like somebody who's 8 foot would sit in it, kind of thing. It's huge. Placed around, 3 on each side, curved around the room, you can see beautiful mirrors, long, tall, full-bodied mirrors in wooden frames, set at direct intervals at 6 points throughout the room, 3 on each side. In the center of the room is what appears to be a woven network of cultivated vines, so prunes, so no thorns, no flowers, just pure natural vines, holding a strange green gemstone that resembles a giant seed. The gemstone is cracked, and you can see green light is flowing out of it like a thick mist and is distilling down through the wooden floor of this great tree. Next to the gemstone appears to be a perfect, incredibly detailed wooden statue of a rugged-looking woodsman who's kind of reaching out towards the gemstone.
Does the statue look like this guy?
No.
Oh. Oh man, I thought he was there.
It's not that easy.
Does he have the same build?
No.
Very different person.
If anything, he reminds you more of the people from Rootswell. You can see like big, thick sort of like leather armor and wooden furry pelt. Great big axe in one hand, but the other hand is reaching out towards this stone.
Could I look in one of the mirrors and try and get an image of the rest of the room?
Which mirror would you like to look in?
Well, I suppose just to the right of our entrance.
So you go in, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 3.
Sure.
On the left?
Okay.
Right.
On the right side.
You look inside the mirror. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
Charisma? 21.
21. You look in and you see what appears to be a strange-looking elf. He's taller than any elves you've seen. He's got skin more like a human's with a kind of coppery hair, but his eyes are all one color. They're a complete golden yellow.
Whoa.
And he looks at you and he's like banging on the glass and he's like shaking and he's like doing this and he's looking at you. You feel yourself almost pulled into the mirror, but you're like, "Ah," and you manage to resist and kind of avert your eyes. Nothing happens.
Does it look like he is, I suppose obviously he looks like he's in the room because he's in the reflection, but does the room look any different?
No, it looks empty. You didn't even see yourself or the other party members in it.
What about the seed, the cracked
Seed is there and glowing, cracked statue. Everything except for you guys and the statue technically aren't there. The statue isn't there either.
Right.
What did you see, Reynard?
I saw an elf, and he needed to get out of the reflection, but I didn't see us in there. Nor did I see that statue over there.
Oh, this place is weird. So don't look at the mirrors, is what you're saying.
Well, I suppose so. Something tried to pull me into that mirror. I don't know if he was a resident of the tree and has simply been sucked into this mirror world.
Seems like a big trap.
Is it
Seems
kind
so.
of like that, this room?
Yes, that's a
Okay.
great rendition.
Nice. Looks like an eyeball.
Thanks,
Man,
Kim.
gnarly.
There's no chance.
You can't see it.
Well, sort of.
And that's the mirror that Reynard looked. No, that one.
Yes, other side. So if you
That
guys
one.
are coming in, so that's 3. So 1, 2, 3 on that side, 4, 5, 6 on the other side.
If we smash the mirror, do we kill the elf inside, do you reckon?
Sorry, one correction that I forgot. The 6th mirror, number 6, is shattered.
Which is that one.
1, 2, the one at the bottom.
Bottom
So you
right.
got
That
1,
one.
2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So that one's 6. Yeah.
Smash it.
In a clockwise order.
Um,
That one's smashed. Maybe we look at the fragments and see what's in it.
yes.
Yeah, are there
let's-
fragments on the floor underneath?
There are fragments. They appear to be reflective glass.
No one in it.
Nope, nothing in it.
Angling it around.
You angle it around. Nope.
So
The broken glass, if I hold it up and look around, does it show everyone's reflections?
Yes.
So
Right.
It's not.
It's like a normal mirror. It's like a normal shard of mirror.
hold that shard up to the sun elf.
Okay, give Sun Elf.
Whatever the glowing eye look like a sun dude.
Fine. Hand me
Golden eyes.
mirror.
Golden eye,
Um,
I found your weakness.
did I? Yeah.
Do you like that? It's my. Do you like my
Real
Tina
good.
Turner there?
Beautiful.
Just blast over a speaker in this room.
Did I recognise the elf as, like you said, a sun elf? Probably a mistake.
Probably.
Doesn't look like an elf.
So,
we've seen.
sorry, what are you doing exactly?
Is it an elf? Is it a kind of elf that I recognise?
I'm going to go back 1 second. You're walking up to the mirror,
Right.
and then what are you doing?
I am doing what Count told me to do. I see the elf.
So, charisma saving throw.
Oh no. Oh, 17.
Again, you feel it almost pulling you in, and you look away.
Nope. And I hold up the.
So you're holding up this thing, nothing
Look.
happens.
Can I, if I was to look into the reflection of the shard, back at the reflection of the mirror?
You don't make a saving throw. So if
Okay.
you're using the
I see
reflection
him.
to look, you can see it appears blank. It appears like a normal reflection.
Oh,
So you can't see the
You
elf.
can't
in
see
it.
the elf.
Can't see the elf
circumvent
inside
the
it.
magics.
Wow.
right.
Right, Reynolds, you're doing really good. I mean,
Thank you.
5 more to go. 4 more to go, sorry.
Reynard, is it worth smashing that mirror?
Well, no, I don't believe so. If he's trapped in there, and he did look distressed.
What if you hold up the crossbow and see his reaction?
He would have to look in the mirror again. He's barely managing to stay out. I don't think we should look in the
I
mirrors.
can give you guidance, that's all.
Yes, high stats.
I do it myself.
Your uncle could be in one of these mirrors.
If I was to almost be prepared for that pull, like I know how that feels.
It won't give you an advantage. I'm
It's not an
afraid.
advantage necessarily, but like
It's the magic, the nature of the magic. You know
It
it's going to
happens.
happen. It just happens.
Okay,
It's
fair
not
enough.
like you can like avoid to spring away and resist.
no,
it's
that's fine.
It's not even that you're kind of the saving throw isn't even to like shield your eyes. It's actually to force of will keep yourself where you are.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Is there, before we look at any more mirrors, should we look at the statue?
Yes. Please, I'm going to need some time to.
Let's see if this...
I don't.
But staying away from the mist that's coming out
yeah,
of it.
don't
Yeah.
touch the mist.
Oh, throw a
It's
great
very
hat.
difficult to get close to the statue without the mist kind of coalescing.
Does it look like
It's very thick,
the,
heavy gas.
Does it look like the super
Swirls off.
well-crafted statues that were lining the walls?
No, this one appears to be almost entirely wood, but it is incredibly realistic, like lifelike. The detail is, you can almost see like sweat, like there's like little tiny bumps of like little sweat beads on his forehead.
And
And he looks like he's like,
Right.
So it's
Someone's
like
been-
he
yeah.
tried to touch it and it turned into wood.
Yeah.
Or someone smashed it and he just happened to be nearby.
Yes, maybe. Either way, it's bad news.
Can I fly over to the throne? Without can we?
you
get
can
to-
move around the room without, if you
Getting to the
yeah,
mist.
like if you kind of don't look in the mirrors and you look at the ground, you can move around the room and get to the throne.
Can I throw a grape at the mist?
It gets a bit
Bigger
bigger.
hips.
It gets
Gets
a bit
bigger.
bigger.
It gets a bit bigger. It's like,
If we can
Can I throw
drag...
another one?
So is it slowly growing? Or
No!
is it like
it's
Stay away from the
slowly
mist,
growing, but it
Cam.
has like an initial kind of like. bloop.
Can
And
I
it
throw
continues
a
to-
grape near where the woodsman dude, huntsman?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little trickle of mist there, and it like slightly grows, like a little
If we can drag this statue
turns deeper in color.
away from the mist, I have in me the ability to greater restore.
We
is it
can't
healing
get
he
close
needs?
enough to it without.
Can I
Putting
throw a
one
grape
of
at
us.
Everseed?
Grows a bit bigger, same as like the mist.
Turn wood.
A grape is a living thing.
It has feelings.
Grape turns to wood.
okay?
Boom! Don't
What?
touch the Everseed.
The one that touched the other seed, and the others not.
Others not.
The mist makes it bigger,
Shit.
the Everseed makes it wood.
Yep.
I can try and restore this person and get some answers.
Well, we need to get them out of.
I don't know
the
how we'd
mist
get
first.
them out of the mist.
I have.
Wandao.
No!
I mean,
You've
I
got
could pass you a
telepathy.
grappling hook with rope, and you just attach it to him while flying above him.
Is there
Yank
mist?
him
Is the
away.
mist all on the floor? It's not higher up, or
It's
How
very
high?
heavy gas, so it kind of sits near the bottom around your ankles.
Can I
Right.
do it if I cast levitate on the statue?
The statue would rise in the air, I guess.
Yeah. And then if you put a grappling hook on him, we can pull him over like a balloon.
Weightless.
Yeah,
That works.
I'd like a wooden
Okay.
balloon.
Pull him over like a balloon.
Attach the grappling hook to him.
Well, I
We
can't
can.
really get
We
close
have
to
to
him.
throw.
You're flying at the moment, aren't you? Oh, no, you're
No,
not.
I'm not. But
Oh.
you can.
Right.
Try not to chip him.
If I chip this man, he is permanently scarred.
Well, that's better than being permanently wood.
True. I'd like to attach my rope to my hook, toss it at the guy in an attempt to hook it almost around his legs,
Okay.
less so around like the top of his body.
Give me a
right now.
ranged attack.
Plus anything? Plus dex?
Yeah, plus dex and proficiency.
Okay. 8. 13.
13. So that's enough to kind of like around his legs and like start pulling him.
Mobile.
It's heavy.
Can I cast levitate on him?
Yep.
To...
And it starts floating up.
And I
Start
slowly
pulling
draw
him in. Yeah, it just draws it in.
Does anything happen to him?
No.
All right, set him down.
Cancel the spell, I'm guessing.
It
Set
will
him
pass
down.
in 10 minutes. No.
Ain't waiting that long.
Cancel it.
Are his bags, satchels, or whatever else is attached to him,
He just had one single-looking satchel bag.
and is that accessible, or is that wooden?
It's
shut,
wooden.
Closed.
Wooden. Everything he was carrying is wooden. His axe, everything.
Restore him.
Laura, with your strength, can you kind of hold on to his arms
Sure.
and then just hold him in place because he's probably going to react?
Well, when you do it, I can.
You're strong. You can just restrain him.
I could wrap the rope around his legs as best I can.
Wrap the rope around his... Has he got a
That's-
weapon? He had a weapon on it, didn't he?
Big axe, yeah. Like a battle axe.
Is he holding it up or?
He's kind of got it like holding it at the haft, so just below the axe head.
But he had his hand out, so it's not in his.
He's not in an attack
It's not.
stance.
It's not raised.
Okay.
He's in surprised reaching
Just
stance.
restrain him so he doesn't attack us.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grip his head. And then greater restore.
Okay, as soon as you cast Greater Restoration, his body, the wood kind of not burns or melts away, but it begins getting fleshy colour back. You see warmth kind of return. He like
holding
looks
his
around in a
arms.
panic. He's
It's
like,
okay.
bloody hell! What did... He's like looking around and he sees the seed. He's like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, who the hell are you?
Can I? I'm holding his arms.
He's like,
so he's-
let go! What are you doing? He
Drop your weapon.
We're not here to hurt you.
like drops the axe.
Alright, you need to explain what happened here.
What happened here? I don't know. Like I found this weird big tree in a glade. I thought there might be some treasures in it, so I came inside, and I found like a weird shaft. Like I opened a door, and when I stepped inside, there was like I was like stood on a cloud, and there was like a big ceiling and a big floor beneath me, but I didn't fall. And then I touched a stone. It was like a sap. And then suddenly I fell upwards, and then there was another stone, and there was these big spikes, and I was going to fall into them, but I managed to throw my axe, and it hit like another big block of sap, and then it's like it was normal again, and I just fell down a little bit, and I was stood on another cloud, and then when I opened the door,
Okay. You entered this room.
right, yeah. So there was a corridor, and these statues came alive. So I ran past them, and then I shut the big doors, the two big doors.
And you
Clay
didn't kill
golem things? The golems.
the wood golems.
Well, just these statues, yeah, these elf statues or
You
something.
cut them up with a curve.
No, I just ran past them. They were they were terrifying.
Right.
Right. Someone else has done that then.
So when you entered this room,
But the thing is when I opened the doors, some sort of flash went off, and I felt some sort of magic. But I don't know. I was scared, and it didn't hurt me.
Yeah.
And then I shut the doors again, and the golems stopped.
right?
And then I saw the seat. I saw this gem, and I thought, oh, what? I was like, oh, I'm rich. So I
Well-
went to touch it, and then you lot were here.
And was
Well-
the seed cracked when you arrived?
No, but I heard a mirror break just before you lot arrived.
You had a mirror break.
Yeah.
While you were...
No, it was just before I touched the seed.
You heard
I heard a mirror break, and then I don't remember anything.
What a fat roller help you are. But we saved your life, but that's good.
Thanks.
You were turned to wood.
What?
When you touched the seed, you turned to wood. I don't know how long it's been. You could have been there for months.
What's the date?
What? He says a rack standard date time that I've not figured out yet.
Captain's log.
He thinks it's about 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You've been here 4 weeks
What?
as a piece of wood,
What?
and you're lucky that we came across you.
Okay.
Don't look at any of the mirrors. You'll get sucked into them.
What?
Yeah, I know. You should have come here.
You haven't
I should've
seen.
come in.
Have you seen anyone else? Any other humanoids?
No.
Just the statues.
It was all empty when I came in.
And you came alone?
Yeah.
And where are you from?
From Rootswell. I was just out wandering the woods, and sometimes you find these old elven ruins, and they have treasures in them.
Right.
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
He's telling the truth. It's fine.
3.
Wait. Oh wait, no. Hang
That's a
on.
9.
Hang on. No wait. Actually, I have really good insight. Hang on.
I have really good insight.
18.
18. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Have you heard of a man named Felix Ferrahorn?
He's written a book or something, isn't he?
Did you see him in the town?
No.
No.
Why would he come to like a little out of the way place like Rootswell?
When was the last time you were at Rootswell?
He says the same date that he
4
went.
weeks ago.
Yeah, about 4 weeks ago.
It was 3 weeks ago that your uncle said that he was at Rootswell, was it not?
So he's a week out.
3 weeks.
He picks up his axe. He's like, I'm gonna leave now. There's not those wooden statues on out there, are they?
They've been torn apart.
Okay.
When we don't know who by or what. Also, when you leave,
Shall I stay here?
Probably for the best.
Up
yeah,
to you,
there's
really.
huge wolves outside as well.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yes.
When you
This seed, so it wasn't cracked when you got here.
No.
Whatever this mist is, this haze,
Yeah.
it's causing the animals outside to be much, much larger
What?
than they should be.
Okay.
It's not safe in the woods at the moment.
Right.
A lot of the animals
So
have
I'm gonna
attacked
stay
the
here.
town.
All right. This is. I'm not. Look. I'm just. I'm a hunter. I don't know.
Yeah, and you're not going to have a good job if these things stay big. So
Yeah, I
we
know,
want to
I
fix
don't-
the seed.
I'm just gonna stay out of the way. I don't know anything about this.
You just
That's
stay
I thought it
here.
was a gem.
What's your name?
Andres.
Andres. Right, you stay here. We've helped save you, so it's only fair that you hang around.
I mean, yeah. Like, if you can keep me safe and stop me turning to wood again.
I mean,
Safest
we'll
place
do
you
that.
could be is here.
Touch that.
All right.
Or the mist. Or look in the mirrors.
Okay.
And you
touch
shouldn't.
any.
I'm just gonna. He like moves to the back of the room by the door. He's like, I'm gonna wait here.
Yep.
Just to be
Perfect.
sure, the last you heard before we appeared was smashing glass from one of the mirrors.
Yeah.
You didn't look to see which mirror or anything.
I was about to,
who?
but then I just froze. I don't know.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know what happened.
Gonna look around. Is there any shards of the mirror near the Everseed?
No.
Okay.
It looked like the mirror. Now that you look at the shards, it looked like the mirror might have exploded outwards. Like the shards are kind of.
I'm wondering if the mirror, any of the shards hit the Everseed and cracked it.
No, you don't think so.
Has it cracked on the side that the woodsman was?
No, it was cracked right down the middle.
Right in the middle.
So it looks like someone's purposely cracked
Is there
it.
an impact?
Done
spot?
something.
Yeah.
It looks almost like there is like fractures, like glass fractures. It looked like a single point, like something hit it, and then it's fractured and it's now leaking.
From the direction of the mirror?
No.
Door?
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
it seem like it could be a crossbow bolt?
Not sure.
We would
Fine
see.
point.
We would know where the crossbow bolt was unless it dissolved it.
Are there any tracks from the broken mirror?
You can make a survival check. What?
Escape the mirror.
11.
11. Difficult to tell. Not really. It's hard to tell. Like some of the broken shards are cracked into smaller pieces. Like maybe somebody stood on them.
I'm not sure what will happen if when I look into the mirror and can't resist whatever is trying to drag me into it. But it could be that it pulls me in, it could be I vanish entirely. But I could look into the mirror and someone could simply keep hold of me.
Experiment with the elf and see if you break the mirror, does he come out or not?
Well, breaking the mirror...
That mirror is broken and there are signs that someone came out of it.
We're toying with someone's life, though. If they're stuck in there and we smash it, we could kill them.
Also,
Reynard is more important than this elf.
but the last we saw, thank you,
No.
Chaotic neutral.
A
I love
moment
it.
ago, you were trying to spare the life of a broken Sky member, and now you're willing to throw away an elf.
The last thing this hunter heard before he was turned to wood was broken mirror.
Fair.
Yes, I don't think we should smash a mirror. If any of us got trapped inside, I don't know how we'd get out.
Can I get to the throne without touching anything?
Yeah.
Touched by the mirror.
Yep.
May I look upon the throne?
It is a
Look
wooden
upon the
throne.
throne. Anything, any markings?
I'm going to tell you right now, just to stop you from wasting time with checks, there is nothing there.
Is there any other elven scripture around the room, but I'm without looking in the mirror? No, nothing else? Okay.
Nothing else, I'm afraid.
Cool.
And then just so I'm clear, because we're about to finish the episode, none of you have looked in the other mirrors?
No.
Okay, fine.
We've just looked into mirror 3.
You mix
and
into
6
mirror
is
3
bust.
and 6 is busted. Okay, with that, we're going to end today's episode.
Brilliant.
It's 8 o'clock. Hope you enjoyed it.
Got a week to think about.
You got a week to think about stuff. No, we're trying not to make plans because obviously when we come in, your characters have had merely seconds.
Yeah, true.
It's been a long weekend of D&D. I think
has
we're
been a
all-
long weekend,
We're
yeah.
at the moment where our brains aren't working.
I
very well.
I didn't
but very
quite expect
fun.
you to get to here, so yeah.
It's a good
I'm gonna
place to
give you
stop then.
exactly.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Cool.
Donations!
Do you want to pull donation
Thank
cards
you.
out on my
Where's your
laptop for me?
uncle though?
Put it on my...
Where'd that uncle at?
Signed it.
Where'd that uncle at?
He's totally in a mirror.
Yeah.
He might
Well,
He's in a mirror.
well.
We'll
He
find
might
out
be.
next week.
He's
Find out next week.
like a man in a mirror.
Elf in the mirror.
I'm him, hey, hey.
This is gonna...
And no message could have been
Good God.
It's my favourite thing.
What was that? It just sounded like you
I
choked
did it
a
last
little
time
bit.
and it just worked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Bear with us.
I
Finding
mean, Trot's got his on his phone. I'm
donations.
just being lazy and I want it on my laptop. Thanks, Trot.
Did you
Alright,
read
so
any
the
of
same
the
one?
notes?
Clear.
Hmm?
Yep, this is it.
Trot, did you read any of the notes, the DM notes?
Huh?
Have you got the answer? Did
I
you
know
cheat?
everything now.
Yes!
It's all in here.
Because it's all up here.
All right,
What they
Mark,
don't
you-
realise
It's not
it's all
even
just
on
blank.
paper yet.
Take
He's
it
just
off.
been
Nightjar donated with a heart. Thank you very much, Nightjar.
Thank
Always
you,
a pleasure.
Nightjar.
Always.
Caldatch donated. Great to meet you at MCM, as this is the first live game I've caught. Also, thanks to you guys, I ran my first D&D game for like 12 years. You're welcome.
Welcome back.
Orenve donated with no message, as usual. Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
very
donation.
much.
Very kind.
And
As
Frank for
always.
MPS donated. Still too poor to donate more. Sad face.
Don't worry.
Excuse me.
Oh, God.
I have
Wow.
faith that Humes will finally get in that TPK today. Good luck, my fellow DM. Good luck. After you.
D&D Mirrorly. Mirrorly. Thanks, guys. It just gets better and better. Our DM told Mark at MCM, but Katie, passive perception is good. Our skill monkey is at 22. A quick
Yeah.
one, gaining extra movement by climbing on the giant rock about to be thrown at a treant. Hashtag ideas worthy of Reynard.
Thing is
I
so
remember
one of
that.
the things I've started doing now with traps, because I think it's really interesting, is perception's good for noticing things that are out of place. Like, yeah, there's a weird
odd.
flagstone. But then investigation is what you need to actually find the mechanisms.
Yeah.
And basically saying, okay, how do you want to disable it? And making it more of a creative problem-solving thing rather than just a dice check.
Sathrak X donated. Thank you all so much for all these adventures you entertain us with. It's given me inspiration to run D&D for my friends, and they have now all fallen in love with the game. Question: where would be the most interesting place to go in the D&D realm?
It depends on which realm.
Eberron.
Eberron is a really good campaign setting because it's like high magic with super tech.
Try that one.
But yeah, it depends on the realm. Like Forgotten Realms, it's all very different.
I'm a big fan of Byzanta.
You're really not though.
No.
I am.
It's the last place you would want to go to if you were actually there.
In
But
terms
it's
of
cool.
D&D Realms, it's the only place I've been to, but it's a lot of fun in Dead Reckoning.
Dead Reckoning.
Oh, yeah.
Faye.
Oh yeah, the asshole place.
Dancing on Fire, thank you for your generous donation. I missed last week, and whoever made the thumbnail for that VOD is evil. So now I'm here to make sure it doesn't happen again. And yay for a Christmas special.
Woo.
I'll read one more.
Made you watch the episode though.
Rob. With a love heart. Looking good, friends. Thank you.
There you go.
Dankeschön.
Nightjar donated again.
Nightjar has donated again, saying, by the way, everyone is looking wonderful today, especially you, Mr. Dapper DM. Had a fairly
Dap
crappy
Jack.
week, so thanks
Dap.
for making me smile.
Dap
As
Jack.
always, love you guys.
Dap
Dap
Jack.
Jack. Thank you
Nightjar.
very much. Taddy Angel has said, thank you all of these streams. It helps me get through my uni report on a cold Sunday night.
It is cold.
Cold.
Thank you all. Billy Sage 123.
This question.
I DM'd for the 3rd time yesterday. Question for Mark, how many sessions do you plan ahead? Also, you are all awesome people. You inspired me to play D&D 5e with my friends.
It honestly depends. Like sometimes I'm good and I'll prep like 3 or 4 sessions in advance. It's easier with stuff like dungeons like this where it's like, okay, I'll just plan out the rooms and then maybe it takes 3-4 episodes to get through, or maybe it takes 1, I don't know. With other stuff, honestly, sometimes it's prepared like the Saturday before just because I don't have time.
Or
Time.
on the fly.
Or on the fly, as is the case in some cases. Yeah.
As is D&D.
Hell's Fiction donated, Rainy's starting to go dark side. You were the chosen one, Rainy. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Wait, hang on.
Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
He's threatening his uncle.
Reynard's had a very
His passion.
shitty day.
I've had a bad day.
Yeah.
His only person who could save him from a fleet of wolves,
And also-
giant wolves, died.
And also, the thing is as well is like, yeah, sometimes good characters go too far.
They do bad things. They'll make them
And
bad
it's up
people.
to their friends
To stop
kind
them.
of say, you know,
Don't do that.
you want to think about that, Reynard?
Go for it, Thomas.
Don't let the guy... I'm going to continue, sorry. Ekron donated. Hello, first time watching live. Hello. I started watching Uncharted Territory and realised you had the Lightfall campaign, so I watched 60 some
nice.
episodes.
It works!
Wow.
It worked!
Thanks for all the hours of content and getting me more into D&D. P.S. Go Tieflings!
Oh, people love them tieflings.
Go Judo!
Judo! Judo!
Techie Reed donated. Hi guys! Managing to catch you live after being unavailable for the last few Sundays.
Nice.
Loving both campaigns you're currently running. Currently going through 6 characters to make sure all
Stop
stats
my
are
dice,
correct.
stop
I could be here a
Mental.
while. See you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Keep on rolling.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
See you Wednesday.
See you there. I skipped one apparently. Metamanu donated with no message.
Aww.
But
Thank
generous
you.
donation.
Thank you very
Bless
much.
you, Metamanu.
Thank you. And
I'll do
one more quick one. Daft Day 41 donated, sorry. Has Rainy gone a bit rogue? Waterboarding and setting the wolves on someone? Big surprise that Tusk Boy is interested in pointy ears though. Oh, I love the knife
Tusk
ears.
boy.
We
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice one, knife is.
Knife ears.
Queeks45 has
Quigs.
donated. Hey guys, great episode. I've been watching since the first stream. I would just like to assure Mark that at least in my mind, the greatest NPC will always be the mighty Tharizdun.
Such a random thing.
Also, Cam, can you please collect your fucking reward for the Feast of Fucking Stone?
You guys might remember
More
all this stuff.
important things to
Nobody's
do.
going to remember this stuff.
That's the thing, like there's a lot of stuff
it?
that we literally don't remember because more important stuff happens.
An assassination happened and things got burnt down.
Yeah,
on that
Korak
Feast of
almost
Stone.
died.
And now we've got to save the world, so I'll collect it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a list of things
Well,
like,
we're-
after
we've saved the world,
Yeah.
we'll just go back and be like, you owe me.
And that will almost certainly be done off stream.
Yeah.
Everything that you think will happen and wraps up happens.
Ace of Thorns has donated. Everybody sing. I don't know what song this is. What song would that be?
Judo Tiefling ain't
Ain't
getting no breaks.
It's
What,
that Hat Films one.
Is it
No.
one of yours?
Ain't
No.
getting no breaks.
what
Ain't
does the
getting no
poor
breaks.
girl have to do to... I don't...
Just read it.
Just...
Judo Tiefling ain't getting no breaks. What does the poor girl have to do to get some magic item luck? Hack Buckland's legs off? Just a thought, Kim.
What do you mean magic item luck?
She's got like a
got plus
6,000
2
gold
Guandao.
Guandao.
I think, yeah, that I paid for.
Yeah.
We
I
pay
think,
for.
We pay.
I think it's just because
The
you
group
took the
paid for.
Wizzy potion.
Alora,
Yeah.
beautiful.
You took the Wizzy potion.
Let's be honest.
Poem Man 8. I couldn't stay for the stream, so here's a poem sticking to my theme. From what I've seen, there's a twist, and I have to mention the ass and titch.
Of course.
Nice.
Of course.
Even when he can't watch the whole thing, he still manages to
does
get it
it.
in.
Excellent.
Captain Winch. Hearts! Catching up on the VOD, but still want to donate.
Ah, thank you.
Hannah Becky donated, thank you. Sorry it's late. Thank you all for everything at Comic Con. It was amazing to meet you all, and thanks for dealing with my awkwardness. Glad to see you enjoying the pencils. K&K. I'm using mine lots too for crafty things.
yeah.
Pencil
Lots of
blood!
love. The cross stitch girl. Well, you are more than welcome, Hannah Becky.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then the last one, from what I can see,
Yeah.
the Nord's House donated. I have only one thing to say. I love everything in this tree, from the leisure body modification room to room of the body snatching mirrors.
Nice.
You're assuming that is body snatching mirrors.
We don't know.
We
They
don't
don't
know.
know.
Realm.
Well, That is it for today's High Rollers. We will be back on Wednesday for Dead
crap.
Reckoning. You can check that out on twitch.tv/DND.
Where?
6 p.m.
Fuck my life.
GMT.
When?
10 a.m. PST.
Why?
Because
It's fun.
it's fun and it's all based around Tomb of Annihilation. Shut up.
Who?
All of us.
How?
Also, keep an eye on our Twitter
Katie.
for at HighRollers D&D for generally when we're going live with all of these streams and when VODs go live, but also for any merch restocks or new merch items that will be announced as and when we know it. So constantly saying when are the dice back, we will let you know.
We will let you know.
As soon as we do, and hopefully it will be very soon.
If you own the HighRollers DMD Instagram, check your messages. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, please do.
And the last thing from me, if you've all caught up on Dead Reckoning, if you've all caught up on Uncharted Territory and you're all caught up on the main campaign, and you still want more D&D stuff, over on Tabletop Weekly, my channel, I am doing a short mini-series of the My Little Pony RPG with Nina, Kit, and our friend Martina. It's a lot of fun, I worked hard on it, and I would like people to watch it, please. So,
Thanks, Mark.
I
Terrific
gesture.
show.
I'm not going to do the news thing, my brain's dumb. Bye!
See you next week.
That's goodbye for us.
Democracy world.
Bye.